she said.
Ayo.
They can't go like fucking 5 seconds. I quit.
That's
We
how
were
I come
talking
on the
about
show
Bruce
now,
Campbell.
my guy.
Hey,
We
your
were.
show's up.
Hey, Numbers and Bubba Hota, thank you so much for the resub numbers. Love you very much. So yes, we were talking about Bruce Campbell, Bubba Hotep, and that Corey knows a guy. Anyway,
To be fair, we were talking about how I know a lot of guys.
a lot of guys,
It's
We were.
true. It is very true.
and his wife is very understanding about it.
Look, she knew who she married.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Dinner and a Game. We hope you all are doing incredibly well. As you can see, we are still who we are. And oh no! Hi, thank you, Liz. For resubscribing as you boop us. So we are here because it is Friday, and this particular Friday, it is time for Crossing the Veil, which is our Firefly TTRPG actual play. Now, you may notice some changes on your screen. Things have happened. As always, the only constant in the universe is change, and this change is going to be because of some good news and some bad news. First off, the good news. Our wonderful friend Jonathan has landed himself pretty much a dream job. But because of the dream job, he has been having to work evenings more and more often on the weekends, especially on Fridays. And because of that, he is going to basically turn into a guest appearance only cast member. I do have a complete other setup for when Jonathan is able to join us and everything like that, but it's just too difficult for him to make it here regularly on Fridays for the game, so we will do what we can. And thank you very much for the cheer. But you can also
It's a
see...
sad face.
Oh, but it's a star.
I miss Boykin.
Everyone does.
Sorry, Jonathan.
But anyway, so the other thing about it is that we are missing another person. That is the amazing and powerful Oz. They are out this weekend because they are going to go visit people, which is kind of the goody news because they're getting to go do something fun at least. And they will be back with us next time. And you might notice there is a new person on your screen. My incredibly lovely wife.
What?
Jess. Where? My incredible lovely wife Jess has decided she wants to try some playing games again, and so she is going to be joining a Firefly. She is actually familiar with the game system a little bit. It's been a while since she played, but she's also very, very familiar with the movies and the TV show and everything like that. So she's also decent requisitor of knowledge for the actual show itself. I don't know did you read my comic books at all, baby? You didn't read any of my Firefly comic books or graphic novels?
No, I'm a big believer in bagged and boarded and leave it alone.
I'm a big believer in spending stupid amounts of money to buy double copies of everything so I can read what I want.
I didn't know there were two.
And
Now I want the frickin' comics.
Yep. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are here to show you guys what it is to play a role-playing game when you really don't think you should actually be doing anything and should have gotten some... So first off, let me say hi to the wonderful people below here and give them a chance to say hello and say who they're playing tonight. But we will start out with the amazing and the incredible Corey. Corey, how are you doing today?
I'm doing okay. Not bad. Actually, on break, got some stuff to tell y'all. But
oh boy!
Yeah.
Did it just happen?
Good things happened yesterday. But good things.
Okay.
Good.
But personal life. Sorry, viewers, it's a personal life thing.
Yeah.
And y'all don't want to be bored by that. They will care. Y'all would not, I promise. Y'all would not care.
We would totally care.
Doing okay.
Wonderful.
Still committed to Watchtober Spooktacular 2022.
Oh my God, you're so...
I don't know if I talked about it on
I think you
here.
did talk about it last time, but go ahead and remind people of the insanity you're putting yourself through.
So I was born 31 years ago last Thursday. My birthday just passed on the 13th. Yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
But Thank you, everybody. I wear size buck 120 hunting knife. That's what size I wear. Okay. But I decided since I'm turning 31, there's 31 days in October. That means there are roughly 31-ish years worth of movies that I can fit into that time frame. Watching one movie, how it started, one movie every day, with the date aligning with the year. So October 1st was 1991, and so on and so forth. If you know, we're 21 days in. And what began as one movie a day turned into a minimum of 3. Some days with 4, 5, and 6 being the most movies on a day. I have so far had 6 days with 6 movies. Every other day has had 3 or 6. 2 days with 6 movies, 2 days with 5 movies, like a couple with 4 movies, and everything else has been 3s. I did the math yesterday. I'm up to about 72 movies. And I've dropped 3 because I started them and they were terrible. And I mean bad. They're all horror. This has been mainly horror and Halloween-related films from the 90s and early 2000s. To just know that I've only dropped 3 movies. That should tell you how bad they were. It's been an experience. I'm going to keep going. When everything's said and done at the end of the month, I will release the list of every movie I've watched, total time watched, all of that. I was watching movies up until I had to get on for a stream. Like, turned off a movie and checked on Google Meet. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, until. As if I didn't want to be here.
2, 3.
I have 3 more movies to watch.
Happy birthday.
My
experience. It's gotten to be a
Happy birthday.
It's a loss.
Happy birthday to
It is a good experience, but it's also strange. The mindset you get into watching back-to-back horror films is unique. Unique's the only right word.
What year did The Grudge come out?
But you can find me as the hipster GM. So I don't watch The Grudge.
Why don't you watch The Grudge?
I have a bad memory associated. I had Bell's palsy when I was 13.
Oh.
And The Grudge came out in 2004 when I turned 13, and I saw it the same day that the Bell's palsy kicked in. So I have a pretty bad relationship with that movie. My face is still partially paralyzed. So
that made me.
I don't watch The Grudge.
That movie made me scared of my own bathroom.
Oh,
because you know all the scenes. You know all the scenes
what kind
with
of closet
the light.
I had.
Oh boy, you know all the scenes with it's the dark and you
yeah,
put your hand in to turn the light on.
I lived in a 2-story house with a basement.
Nice.
And the second story was split into 2 levels. You know how it's split into 2 levels in the movie? And one bedroom has the push-up closet with the sliding door? Well, guess which bedroom I lived in my house? The second bedroom on the first landing with a sliding door closet and a push-up attic. Yeah, I didn't sleep. It was bad. I was also my face was also actively becoming paralyzed and going like this.
Oh, God.
So, I have bad associations with the movie. It was on my list. I skipped it.
Great year.
That year, man. Oh, it was the same day, Ray.
Oh, God.
The Bell's palsy kicked in while I was in the movie.
Oh, my God.
I was good when I went in. I came out and my face was doing like this. Like about this big. It was really bad.
You're the second person I've ever heard of who's had Bell's palsy, by the way.
It's very rare in men, especially young men, or I guess male bodies.
Gotcha.
Weird concepts.
Absolutely.
But no, yeah, I'm like a 1 in 2 million chance for me to get it at 13, and it happened.
Well, we're glad you recovered.
80%.
Well, we're glad you recovered mostly, but you still can't watch The Grudge, so there was some losses.
I can. I just choose not to. It's not fun now. It's a bad movie now.
Honestly, it's not a huge loss.
I love The Grudge. Hell,
You would.
I watched the original one.
The one I
Original
watched them
one's
both.
different.
I watched them both.
Juon I enjoy. Yeah. Fine with that one.
Kel, how are you doing tonight?
Not too bad. A little tired from work. That's usually normal after a week like this.
Oh, sweet tea special.
Already? God dang it, Liquid.
Liquid sanity. But yes, it's
Liquid-
Oh yeah, I have to do that now.
yeah. You have to stretch. Check your posture.
I'm checking it. I'm just making it worse. Oh, I'm just gonna-
Jessica has mobility issues, so we will exempt her from checking her posture. And then you have to hydrate.
This is my Wesley Crusher.
Up. So, Kel, other than being tired from work, anything else going on?
And I'm streamed for a bit before jumping on here because I picked up Gotham Knights yesterday. It's rather enjoyable, at least in my opinion.
I was gonna watch your stream last night, but I was just too tired.
You're good.
When you picked it up from the release. So and then today I missed your stream entirely because I was not even really at the computer much. So.
Wow, you're not at a computer? It must be the end of the world.
Well, no, I was not at this computer. I was at the work
No,
computer.
I know. I was being a smart ass.
No, it's yeah, no. That's perfectly fine. Smart your ass off all you want. By the way, I almost forgot. Corey, who are you playing tonight?
Yep.
In this position, I don't know that I can do it right.
No,
Tonight I'll be playing Clayton McCoy.
You can do it right.
Yeah, apparently this was the problem. It's breathing properly. To speak like that in this position is very difficult. I won't lie to you.
who needs to breathe?
Tonight
when
I'll
doing
be playing Clayton McCoy, field surgeon, and pretty handy with a gun.
And possibly a psychopath. We haven't ruled that out yet.
Eh,
I was gonna
Traumatized.
say sociopath, but okay.
No,
No,
he knows
no.
what he's doing. He cares that it's right and wrong.
Wait, you
There's-
do?
Yeah.
Then what I said is what
Are you just not bothered by the guilt then?
He's dealing with shit, Ray. He's
And again, then what I'm
he's
saying
aware.
is accurate.
Yeah,
He's
then,
not
then,
bothered
then
currently.
Kel's estimation is accurate. You're a sociopath, not a psychopath.
so
Yeah,
guilt.
I-
Because psychos don't realize what they're doing.
Or don't care and don't have any guilt. Kel, who are you playing?
Yeah, but tonight I'm playing Mitchell, soon to be Steven. Once we get our new creds and all that.
You've got your new card number.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. We were cutting right to where we got the new creds.
Yep.
But yeah, Prince rich kid from the core worlds joined the Alliance military to fight the war. Realized the Alliance was completely fucked up, and became a brown coat spy. And now everyone thinks he's dead.
Yep, and now he's got to explain the 7 years without living without mommy and daddy's money, and whether he can hold to his guns and stick to the Alliance brown coat revolution when he has to stay in actual cheap hotels.
We got the ship. We'll be fine.
And my amazing wife Jessica, you are going to be debuting your character tonight. Can you tell us a little bit about who she is?
My name will be Agatha Kelly. I am from Daedalus in the Georgia system, and I just like to throw hands. And I did not recently change my hair because I'm not at all running from anything, and it's all good.
Everything's perfect.
Oh yeah,
There's nothing wrong here.
everything's green.
And this will be back in a few moments. In the meantime, let's go over a couple things really, really, really fast. First off, remember, as long as you are here and you have given us a follow, at some point during the show, there will be a 20-minute period where we will be giving away raffle tickets. Those raffle tickets can ensure you a drawing to possibly win the Mini of the Month. Now, the Mini of the Month is this wonderful, gorgeous, beautiful miniature called Lilith, the First Daughter. This is from Archvillain Games' Blood Right Red Rain collection. This is a collection of 3D printable minis. Now they do not sell the physical mini itself, they only sell the 3D printable file. So you have to have a 3D printer in order to do this. I happen to have some, so I am going to go ahead and print this out. Now, this mini prints out at a 4K resolution, which means those little candelabras, the pillars, everything you see there, they're going to appear just like that with that level of quality. Now, the two things I'll say about this is it's a big mini. That's a 100-millimeter wide base. So that's about a little over 6 inches wide at the base. The wingspan is probably anywhere from 10 to 12 inches, and it's about 10 to 12 inches tall. So this is a huge mini. The other thing I'm going to say about this mini is if you're going to use this in a game of any kind, you're going to have to be careful as all hell, because if she even falls over, things will snap right off. That staff is incredibly... I've already tried to print it up once, that's why I know. That staff is incredibly delicate. The wings are decently sturdy, but this thing is really a very delicate model and more of a showpiece than a play piece, but you can use it to play. So what we're going to do is there's going to be a 20-minute period during the show where we're going to let you put in a keyword in the chat, and that keyword for this mini is called !mommy. You'll type that in the chat. If you're a follower, you will get 1 raffle ticket. If you're a subscriber, you will get 2 raffle tickets. And we will do the drawing on the show on the 31st, which I do believe is, yes, Bristol Lost. And the last day we're going to do drawings is the Friday show next week, which is Ivy Shadow's A Pure Havoc D&D 5e stream.
Aren't you guys still having Breakfast Club that Saturday the 30th?
You're right. Never mind. I keep on forgetting about Breakfast Club because it makes me get up really early and I don't like it.
Just be happy Em wasn't here because she heard you forgot it again. You might be dying.
She probably heard me wherever she is because she's gonna. She knows when I make mistakes and she'll DM me about them later.
She felt a disturbance in the force.
Know it, Em. Yes.
I think I could pack it well enough to get it to New Zealand. I'm just worried about the post actually losing it. The reason is the mini comes in parts, so I can keep the mini disassembled and wrap the living hell out of the individual parts, and then put it in a nice hard case to send it. But the big issue is we've sent some things to New Zealand before. We actually stopped sending things to New Zealand when we were giving away D&D books and stuff like that because they kept on getting lost in the post, and we had a lot of folks in our last iteration from New Zealand that used to watch. And so I started contacting local gaming stores in New Zealand and buying the stuff through them and having people either go pick it up or having the gaming stores deliver it to them.
Well, one thing I could maybe suggest that for the New Zealand ones is maybe send whoever wins from New Zealand, maybe send them the file if they have their own printer.
Oh, I could. Yeah, I mean that's not really nowhere near as cool as getting the whole mini.
I know, but I'm saying though to avoid the whole potential loss in shipment bit.
Yeah. But either way, if you want to try it, we will definitely try it. Feel free to enter either way. And plus, remember, if you don't want to risk it, you can always send it to someone you know in the States. Yeah. We'll do that as well. Now, in the meantime,
add it to my collection.
Your collection is just like gathering dust right now because I still haven't gotten that.
I mean, there were like 8 minis there, Grace. I don't blame you. There's a good chunk.
6 to 8, yeah. So we have also this giveaway going. Right now we're trying to get to 1,000 followers on Twitter, I should say. No, Twitch. I'm right. Trying to get 1,000 followers on Twitch. To do that, we're going to be giving away this set of core D&D books when we hit that mark. And you can see in the bottom left corner that we have a counter going on right now to track that progress. We're at 973, and we just need to get to 1,000. So we need like literally 20 some odd more, and we're there. So if you can help us get there, all you can do is tell your friends to give us a follow. It's not about subscriptions or anything like that. If you give us a follow and we get to that 1,000 mark, then we will be doing a drawing to give this whole set away. Now, the key thing about this set is it is not the standard editions. These are the limited edition books. They are the foil covers, and they come with a GM screen, and they come with a slipcase. So this is a nice little set to have, especially if you don't already have D&D books, and this is your first set, because it'll go right up on the bookshelf. You don't have to worry about trying to prop things up to keep it up, because it's going to have that wonderful slipcase to go into. And if you take these to the game store as your main game books, you will not have to write your name on the edge in black Sharpie, because they will already look different from everyone else's, unless someone else is running around with that set, and then we can't really do anything for you. But in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and get a little bit going here. What happened on the last session? It was everyone kind of got some resolution. Yes.
Hold on. We get to do we get to do recaps now, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We get to do the recaps.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right. I totally forgot for an extra plot point.
Yep. Don't forget to give yourself a plot point just for the beginning of the episode.
Yes. Who's wants to do the
Are you
recap?
done?
I'd say I'm good on this one, so it's between you and Lissa whenever Lissa gets back, then Corey.
Okay, we will give it a coin flip when she gets
All
back.
right, we'll give it a
I
quick
just
list.
don't want to give any because I would like to do it, but if Liz would like to do it, it's up to them. I don't want to take the opportunity away from anybody.
Gotcha.
I'm always willing to do it,
So also,
and there will be days when other people don't want to.
Yeah, true. And let me go ahead and do. Actually,
Yeah.
I'll use this moment for a little bit of self promotion, if everyone will indulge me.
Yeah.
We are actually starting
No.
a new separate. No, did you say no?
Yes, no.
Yes,
Like
no.
I can stop you, Ray.
I say, Corey, remember he can boot you from the call.
I would never boot Corey from the call.
Oh, I know you wouldn't.
Ever. I would boot everyone else, and leave
Wow.
Corey on the call by himself.
On stream, just me sitting.
Yeah, just Corey sitting there going,
leave the stream up, just me.
just you.
Well,
going,
guys,
Hi guys.
here we are. Hi,
And so, how's everybody doing?
that's life.
But we are.
I've been
doing-
wanting to stream, but not this way.
We are starting a new company called Material Component. This company is going to be designing and printing out the terrain for your TTRPGs and wargaming needs. Now, one of the things we're doing right now is we're building up a set of files for the current minis, the current licensed products we have, which are from a company called Dragonlock. They sell, once again, like Archvillain Games, they sell 3D printable files. Corey's familiar with them, I think. And these files can be licensed and then sold by 3D printers. So we have already started building up backstock. We're getting everything licensed out. But I wanted to show you guys an example of some of the things that can be done with these
They're
files.
the cutest ever.
Oh God, Corey has a lot of those. But this item you see up in front of you, this is something my son designed. This is just a room in a natural occurring cavern. It has multiple entry points in and out. You can see it has a actual water effect going through the room. There's several different. There's a mound of rocks in one corner. There's several stalactites, stalagmites. This type of thing is going to be the type of items we're going to be putting out. I was going to show you one other thing. This is one I made, and it's absolutely terrifyingly huge. So I'm going to show you this one.
He said,
I'm going to show you this one, but this one is also one that I actually am going to be doing our first special on. Because this thing is, as I said, huge, but the biggest issue about it is it's going to provide you a lot of tiles to start out with. This is just simply called our large main. And this set is, how big is this thing? So each one of these tiles is about 2 inches. It's about 2 inches by 2 inches wide, okay? So if you're looking at that, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So it's 100 inches wide. Or long, as the case may be. And it's about...
What are we talking about?
It's just close your ears, rock back and forth, and cry. It's gotten that bad already.
That's what would have to happen. That's all you could do.
This is why you
Show
don't.
me on the doll?
Yeah, show me on the doll.
I mean,
I'm talking about material components and stuff launching. So this would normally retail for about $220 for our soft launch, which is going to be next Wednesday
Depending
night.
on who you bought it through.
Yeah.
Because I've seen pits that size cost $1,000.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Dwarven Forge, so that's more ceramic stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is PLA plastic. What that means also, real quick warning, don't leave this in your car.
Nope.
It will melt.
Don't do it.
Especially if you live anywhere like Texas, Florida, any place Southern California, these will melt and warp in your car, so don't leave
The
it in your
South
car.
Unless
as a
it's
whole.
real thick,
Yeah.
don't leave it in your car.
Absolutely. But
Bad
anyway, this thing is massive. There are 5 separate rooms, along with a labyrinth of corridors, tunnels, dead ends, everything like that. I am actually going to create an adventure for this labyrinth. Okay, and then I'm going to sell the Adventurer and the Labyrinth on our opening stream on Wednesday for $175. So that's going to come with an Adventure and the Labyrinth itself for $175. And you will need
Corey's attention.
you will need a big table because this sucker is what's 12 divided? So this sucker is what 5 feet long? 5 feet long.
9.
About 5 feet long. 100 inches.
100 inches?
Yeah.
I was so hoping you were going to say 7
That's
foot
9
long.
feet. That's 9 feet, my guy.
9 feet?
Almost.
Holy shit. That's a big
Did you not think
a
this?
big labyrinth. No, I
Yeah.
was just playing.
Oh no!
I was
Right,
just
I
I,
thought
say,
you were
I have 2. I think I'm the only person who can have it. Ray, I have a table for that. I think I just need it. I think
Well,
I was
this-
gonna
I think
in
you
that
should
case-
give it to someone and let them test build it. That's
in
what you
that
should
case,
do.
in
Yeah.
that case, this thing is approximately 9 feet long. It is approximately 4 feet
It's
wide.
8'4" to be precise.
8'4".
It's
so
8'4" to be precise.
So it's
Yeah.
8 foot long, about 4 feet wide. And like I said, I'm gonna write up an adventure for it. It's gonna be set around this whole the concept of this labyrinth, and you guys will be able to purchase it. And it is going to
You
be
need,
available.
just so anyone knows, for straight dimensions, you need larger than your standard sheet of plywood to hold this. I'm just letting everyone know now. You need larger than a standard sheet of plywood.
And also, you will be getting
Mhm.
all the locking mechanisms to hold all the pieces together, plus some extras, and you will be receiving all this in one box, which means that you can then take all these tiles, take them apart, reorganize them on your own, and make them into anything else you want. So this is all coming to you guys when we do our late debut next Wednesday. We're going to have this up and available to purchase for 1 week at that price, and then it's going to jump up to the regular price of $220. So that's all I want to talk about right there, because we were actually stalling to allow the incredible and the amazing Miss Lynn back, so we could go ahead and have Corey and Girl Lissa fight to the death to see who gets to do the intro.
Watch the Lissa also has to do their shout outs from the beginning too.
Oh yeah, Lissa, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay.
All right, I'll take it.
Better than
God
that.
damn it.
It's been a day.
So yes, it's been, yeah. I think you've definitely had it rough, but from what I've been hearing from everybody, it's been a week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but who are you going to be escaping with tonight?
I am playing Mariana Redfield. I'm the captain of the ragtag crew of Frank. And
The ship's name is Frank.
it is named Frank. I feel like we need to come up with a really good pun.
I think Frank is just.
I'm planning a song. If anybody here has heard of this one movie, it had Tim Curry in it, I think. No, that wasn't Tim Curry. You know, Sweet Transit. Yeah, Frank.
Yeah,
I
no,
can
that was
totally-
Frank.
Frankfurter.
Yeah, I'm-
Frankenphoton.
yes.
Oh my god.
So now that
It's coming.
Now that we're pulling Rocky Horror references into our game, before this completely
Hey, look, it's
falls
not
apart.
spooky season without it at least once.
Oh, now Sweet Teas are doing a Sweet Tea special.
You know, Sweet Tea, we haven't met yet, but we're gonna fight.
That'd be interesting to watch.
Oh, that popped. I've met Sweet Tea. That'd be interesting. Oh.
I think
That's
his
all.
wife could take you.
Huh? I've met
I
Sweet
follow
Tea.
Sweet Tea.
I met Sweet Tea and I've met Corey, so.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
I follow
meantime,
Sweet Tea. I like you. I'm gonna
I
fight you.
love Sweet
Uh,
Everyone loves
sweetie.
Sweet Tea.
Sweet Tea's awesome.
Going as Eddie for Halloween, so.
And Sweet Tea, we love you for more than your afro.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that is a glorious afro. I will.
It
not lie.
is.
It's amazing.
It is a glorious afro. I will give you that. I am not disagreeing. I'm just saying this because of something he posted on Twitter.
Oh, gotcha. If we can fight, I guarantee that you win, but we can go out for ice cream after, so it's okay.
That sounds wonderful, Sweet Tea. That sounds like me and my best friend's deal. If we fight, we drink. That's how this goes. I will take ice cream any day. Aw.
My best friend's deal and I was we drink and then we fight.
Ours is same day. It's it happens the whole time. We drink, we fight, and we drink afterward. That's how it goes.
Yeah, it's just all y'all do is punch, drink, punch, drink.
Exactly. We have a bottle of Jameson on reserve at all times for that reason.
It's called being frustrated, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, so in the meantime, though, Liz, did you want a chance to do the recap? Corey wants one as well, so we were waiting for you to see if you wanted to do.
Corey
the
can have it this time.
Corey can have it. I was
damn
figuring that, but I was just gonna. I wanted to get Corey with a whole mouthful of chips. So,
By the
thank
way,
you for the cooperation.
It never hurts to double
Not
check.
a sponsor, I have to say. Not a sponsor. But Lay's, their little Cool Ranch Dorito flavored Lay's are actually fucking dope. I'm just gonna let everybody know they're
They're
really
basically
good.
giant sour cream and onion chips.
Pretty much.
Kind of. The flavor is
no.
definitely different by a far margin,
Yeah.
but it's the
I was
same
thinking-
vibe.
Yeah.
It's in the
Sweet
same
tea.
family for sure.
Sweet tea, if that was an old timey drinking game from the 1800s, $5 it would have originated in Ireland.
Sweet tea, I'll tell you what, that's not an old drinking game. It's a constant drinking game that's never left. And it's just one of those ones that only the young men engage in. My arthritis makes it to where if I engage in that game more than 3 rounds, my hands will turn into giant lumps of uselessness.
Ha!
Now then they just be meteor hammers.
Okay.
All right, so go right ahead, Corey. Cap the read.
Previously on Crossing the Veil, our ragtag group of adventurers met on the planet Hera at Serenity Valley, fought their way through hell and back, made their way into the black, sought refuge at Niska's Sky Palace. We lost some people along the way, namely most of Mariana's family, but we formed a little one of our own. After doing one single job for Niska, we seem to be in the clear. We got new names, new tags, and for the time being, we made our ways. With Clayton, myself, leaving for a 7-year stretch. Tonight, we come back to see where everyone's been and what they've done. That work? Will that fly?
Works. That'll
Okay.
fly.
Next time I need to write something beforehand.
I was like, Corey, don't
Go
worry,
a
that
lot
was shiny.
smoother next time.
I was like, don't worry, that was shiny. You're good.
All right.
Okay.
So,
I'm not happy with it, but I hope all of you are.
I was amazingly happy. So, after you guys got done with that last mission, you guys, I think you already jettisoned that skiff out into space, right?
No. We traded off the guys who gave us papers.
Oh
Yeah.
That was how we
that's
paid
right.
for our papers. Yep.
Yeah,
The guys on the
we
planet.
rolled well enough that we got our papers so we could have temporary passage so we could get the real papers for the people that needed them
Yeah.
since we were promised those.
Yeah, because we didn't have to jettison anything because Corey freaking 2-tabbed her whole
That's
Reaver ship with a
right.
50 cal.
Oh yeah, that was freaking hilarious. I remember that.
That was amazing.
Clayton's good at what he does.
So the next part of the job was simply getting out to Blue Sun. With the supplies that Niska gave you, you had Niska paid you with. You had more than enough supplies to get out there. With the money you had more than you made from the job. You had more than enough money to get you fuel for out there. So you get out to Blue Sun. You drop off the commander and Atlas. You are taken in and debriefed by the members of the Resistance. Basically, it takes a couple of days, but eventually they get you out with very wrong false identities. These things should be able to take up scrutiny even from Alliance intelligence. They're just like anything, they're not 100% foolproof, but it will be a really difficult job to actually dig this out for you guys. Which means that these papers themselves are worth basically a small fortune. However, you guys go through that process. You're never told what information the commander had, that it was considered such an important situation to get back. However, with the information you give them, with the commander being turned over, you guys are, like I said, paid in full. One thing I want to know: does anyone let anybody know about the situation with Nika?
No, because Mitchell won't find it relevant.
That Niska had the weapons.
Mariana would.
Oh, the weapons, and yeah. The
Yeah,
missiles, no.
Mariana would.
I thought you meant just the job as a whole, like in general, not what was the specific payload. Or not payload, but the specific package we were taking.
I mean, payload is also appropriate.
True, but I think
It is
payload, I'm
payload.
thinking what's actually being shot, not what's being carried.
Gotcha. So, with the little bit of extra information that you give off to them, you basically are in their good graces. And of course, the fact that Atlas speaks in your favor. Because after all, Clayton, you were in the Alliance.
Mm-hmm.
And Steven, you're a double agent. They're just never trusted. So,
Poor Nath was just like, I'm here because I was trying to get the fuck away from home.
Nathan's just being the traumatized being right now.
yep.
So is Mariana, to be honest.
Oh, God, yes. God, yes. So what we were talking about doing is, once you guys had established yourselves with your new identities, Corey was determined that Clayton was going to go off on his own. And the rest of everyone, was everyone else staying with the ship?
I think so.
I know Nath was definitely staying. And Kel,
Of course, you got me with a mouth full of food.
oh yeah.
That is the theme of tonight, apparently.
I'm using my natural waiter talents to only call on you when you're trying to eat something. But
yeah, I was staying with the ship too.
okay, no, gotcha.
Someone's got to patch him up.
Yep. So what we're doing right now is we're gonna jump the timeline ahead. So we started this game going through the Battle of Serenity Valley. It took about 10 sessions, but we made it through it.
When we'd originally said 4.
No, I originally said 6. We'll split the difference of 5. I went double the amount. Either way.
Has anyone else ever watched a show with a 10-episode epilogue?
I mean, yeah,
or prologue? I haven't.
Well, hey, everyone has at some point or another. I mean, anyone who wants Dragon Ball?
Look, that's different. Dragon Ball started it all.
Dragon Ball has 7-episode-long fights for one punch.
That's Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball didn't have that issue because Dragon Ball was already a comic, so all they had to do was follow along. Dragon Ball Z was being made while the comics were still being published, so that was the animators stalling for time for the comic to come out.
Yeah, just 7 episodes of Goku going.
I hate that business model so much. But anyway,
that's why they don't follow it anymore. That's why they've stopped doing that. Yeah.
Especially after Akame got killed, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
But either way,
that's a mood kill.
Smoke kill.
No, I said that's a mood kill because he picked up the cat and just.
Nah, the really fluffy kitten decided to get on my desk.
Yeah, well, it's a fluffy kitten.
Well, I got food, so you can't be up here.
Oh, well, that's not what the cat says. But anyway, so you guys are we're advancing the plotline ahead 7 years. So what I'm kind of going to go over with you guys real quick, and this does not have to be in detail, because a lot of the details are going to be used later on in actual chronicle. But just in general, we're going to go and figure out what everyone else is doing during those 7 years. Since there's only one of you who's actually leaving the crew, and there's going to be one of you who's joining the crew. Let's start out with Corey and see what Clayton did during those 7 years.
For the most part, Clayton was what most would call a terror. Terror, specifically. Maybe bordering into something else. Effectively worked for whatever lowlife would hire me. specifically seeking out jobs that would harm the Alliance. Didn't care a whole lot about how much it made. I did every job that I could. Eventually coming across working with Badger, who you may all remember as Mark. What's his last name? Not important. He's a character you meet in the series. But worked for Badger primarily at one point. Kind of bounced around and did jobs like that. In my free time between jobs, I would hop transports and just cause as much mischief as I could with whatever I could. Kind of my goal, trying to just hurt the Alliance everywhere I could. Sometimes as little as I threw a shipment off by a day or so by messing up somebody's vehicle. Sometimes maybe I blew up a vehicle. Who knows? That's up for Ray to decide how successful I was.
I was gonna say one thing that probably would have occurred out of this, there would be some warrants with your name on it, or at least your description on it.
I would like to say, I did want to ask, how much money did we get in total for that job?
200K. But about half of that would be going back into operating costs for the ship, for fuel and everything like that.
Of course. So 100K.
Mm-hmm.
100K between what was?
It was a
5 of us, 6 of us, 5-man crew. So 20K a piece.
Mm-hmm.
How much would it cost for my previous name to be dead?
Well, what does that mean? Because if I remember correctly, you had
Clayton McCoy.
Tags.
Yeah. My dog tags were with me, and I left them at the house.
Okay.
I don't know if the house blew up is the problem.
It did.
They saw me get on a ship. That's the last thing they ever saw from me.
The house didn't blow up. It would take way more than the 20. The reason for that is you are officially AWOL.
Yeah.
And that means that the military police are looking for you.
Mm-hmm.
And the odds of you removing that status are insanely low. Yeah.
Yeah. I do want to say that the moment, because Clayton in the battlefield was clean shaven, had fairly short, but the moment that I got out of there, by the 7-year mark, Clayton definitely has a large kind of unkempt beard. His hair is pulled back into a ponytail. He does not look like the man he was at all. He is completely looks different. But yeah, I would say there are likely some warrants out there for somebody causing problems. I also likely cover my face and do what I can to make sure I'm not as obvious, but
yeah,
I'm causing whatever problem I can. But there's definitely people on the lookout for someone with my vague description of a very tall, well-built man who's been causing general mayhem.
Yep.
I'm sure across the verse there are definitely warrants out for me.
And I'm sure that the Alliance lists you as a terrorist. And
well, I'm sure. Oh, definitely. Yeah, for sure. I
was like, more than likely, because remember, he did leave a survivor from his grenade stunt.
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't. He killed him.
No, I shot him in the leg.
Shot him in the leg.
I shot him in the leg, and then he got burnt to cinders when the.
Oh, I was like, Ray, I don't know if Ray ever said he was fried or not. That's all I was wondering.
Well, you guys are too far away to know if he died or not. Because by that time,
I hope he.
Yeah, but there's also.
I hope he comes back.
I was gonna say, by that time, it was all like there was just nothing but a giant firefight going on. So it all depend on where he was and what happened. But either way,
I'll send him the way of Private Johnson.
Private Johnson. So you basically spent this time trying to be the thorn in the Alliance's side as best you could, whether it was on legitimate jobs on your own or as a freelancer, just trying to throw a monkey wrench into any plans you could. Because of this,
and also making myself some money on the side,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because of this, you have run into Browncoat and the Resistance a time or two. and you have
Of
worked with independent resistance cells.
For
So
sure.
you did keep in touch with the resistance after you broke off, mainly because your aims and your goals are similar, if not the same.
Yeah.
Now you're a little bit more brash than they want to do right now because they were totally completely thrashed.
Yeah.
They lost so many people, they lost so much, they lost an army for the most part. And so now they're just doing guerrilla activities, and they do bring you in on occasion. So you'll have contacts with the resistance from this. You're going to have more underworld contacts from this because been basically keeping yourself afloat with the money you can make, both off of working for different criminal organizations and working with the resistance, because one of the things they have to do is they have to find funds somehow.
Mhm.
So they do the same thing you were doing. They
I
would.
will say, sorry, I just want to go ahead and put it in there. At about 5 years into him doing this,
Mhm.
anyone who runs into him on a regular basis would see some of that anger start to die a little bit. It's not going away, but it's no longer what it was. He's an older man now. I mean,
Yeah.
he's almost 40 at this point. And so he's for someone who's been in combat for since he was 18. That kind of, he's pushing towards 40 at this point.
One of the things I was going to ask is he's starting to lose the step.
Not losing the step. He's still just as effective as he ever was. He just is disheartened after 5 years of realistically causing the death of people who didn't deserve it. Working for the Alliance is not a death sentence, or shouldn't be. And after about 5 years into that 7-year mark, he starts to slow down and starts to just do more general jobs. He's definitely still putting throwing a monkey wrench into operations as he can, but he stops with the blowing up transport vehicles kind of thing, and he starts being more of a stealing supplies situation. You see that after about 5 years of, because 5 years straight of vigilante war crimes will take a lot out of you, I would assume.
I was going to say it makes you, it gives you it takes, you quickly learned that it was not something that was going to actually ever make you better.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you've killed enough people,
Oh no.
it gets to that point. So, all right. So as you have been pulling jobs and you have been making things happen for yourself, you have been
Good.
getting deeper and deeper. What?
On my end, seems there's a problem on my end.
Okay. What's going on?
Yeah. Listen. I've lost all of y'all's screens except for yours. Other three screens are all blank.
Can you still
On
hear
the
me?
stream, it's
Okay.
Yeah, I
So
can
that
hear
tells
you.
me that your internet is having an issue, because that's what was happening to me when I was pet sitting.
Yeah.
And was having the connection issues.
You're having a
Yep.
hiccup.
Yep. As long as you can hear
I
us.
am.
So it's a
Give me a
connection
second.
issue.
Let me
Google
do.
Meet prioritizes your camera and one of the cameras and the voice when there's a connection issue.
Let's see if this fixes it. I do apologize.
No problem.
I do apologize. Anybody if this causing a problem. I'm thinking shutting down my Chromebook might assist.
We shall see.
It did. It did. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Woohoo.
Everyone's back. Oh,
Ta-da!
I was gonna
damn
to
internet.
say one of our
And damn
slogans.
this computer.
I was say to quote or to quote one of our slogans at this point: "First you sudden but inevitable tech issues."
Yeah. Absolutely.
Mhm.
So, like I said, you've made those connections through this work. You are contacted by the resistance. They are going to be doing a job. It is a fairly simple B&E smash and grab. They want you along because there is word that you have worked with the crew in the past. and so they want to
Would
get.
it happen to be those? Would it happen to be those rapscallions from Frank?
It is.
Okay.
They're going to be reaching out to them, and they want you to be the one who makes contact.
Sounds good to me. All right. I might like to see some friendly faces again.
They have discovered that there is a small cell of Alliance intelligence that is operating on one of the moons around the Georgia system. They've got all the information for you. They'll be turning it over to you as soon as they make contact with Frank to get a rendezvous point and see if they're interested. The biggest issue is that all this leads back to your time at the Battle of Valley. There is some intelligence that was being mustered by one Alliance officer in particular, who is gunning for a promotion, as it were, but he seems to be also playing politics and wants to gain this promotion by taking down another senior officer whose position he covets. And that is basically the fact that there's the officer he is trying to take down, whose last name is Krieg. That officer is the one who ordered what was supposed to be just a flyover of Mariana's ranch. He's the one who gave the order to eliminate everything. Now the evidence you're going to take,
and it's doing it again. God, I hate.
Okay. Can you still hear me?
I haven't heard anything for about 30 seconds.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
How about now?
I'm hearing you now, and I know it's on my end, and I know it's not just the internet. It is this damn computer.
Try turning your camera off and just doing voice.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to have to do until something figures it out here. Let's see if that helps.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine. Everyone's moving just fine. No one's blocky anymore.
That's what I had to do.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see, and just keep an eye on the speed. If you have your phone, speed app on your phone, you just keep on checking the speed and see if it stabilizes.
Oh, I'm not connected to my Wi-Fi on my phone because that will also inhibit it. It is partially my Wi-Fi is great. It's this damn computer is just not made for what I'm trying to make it do.
Gotcha.
It does not like to do this. But stepping back about 30 seconds, guy who gave the order.
Yes. Apparently the guy who gave the order to actually take out the ship.
Okay.
And the officer, the Alliance officer who wants the information and wants to use this to take him down for war crimes. The Resistance wants to get a hold of this information because even though this officer would be charged with war crimes, it will be covered up by and made into a military tribunal. Even if it goes so far as to have the officer be charged, it will never hit the press. No one will ever know what the Alliance did. The Resistance wants to get a hold of this information in order to make it public. And the Resistance is not interested in whether or not the general himself is, what the military tribunal of justice wants to do with the general himself. It doesn't matter. What they want to know, they want to expose what the Alliance was still willing to do to maintain power. So the reason that the intelligence is at this small outpost is because there is a small processing station here on the moon in the Georgia system that basically is an encoding station. And they are the ones who are in charge of completely encoding all transcripts of this incident. And then they are the ones who are going to be sending those encoded transcripts out and locking down the remaining files and putting them into something that's been called the archive. The archive is a digital repository that only certain Alliance intelligence organizations have access to. The secondary mission is to try and retrieve one of the repository's access keys that two of the technicians have in their possession. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going to try and access the archive, because they don't know what the process is for that. They just want to get so they can try and reverse engineer it and see why and what this thing does to allow someone access to the archive. They know that the codes will be changed. They know that they'll never be able to use it, but they just haven't ever had a chance to get this close. The information they're giving you that you will have your hands on will be absolutely priceless. And they know and understand that you're not a member of the Resistance technically, although you have worked with them several times in the past. They have made arrangements for this mission to pay out quite well. So knowing all that,
part of that payment, would there be any way you might be able to, I don't know, scavenge up the possible whereabouts of the man this information pertains to? Because you don't, I hate to be so crass, but you don't need him alive for this information to get out, do you?
Oh, as they told you, they're if the man involved in this isn't executed by the Alliance, then if he gets shot in the head, they don't care.
Cool.
Because he would, even if he were to brought in for questioning, anything like that, would probably never ever admit to anything.
No.
Any way that would not dispollute the evidence even further. What they want is the actual raw footages.
Of course.
And the audio that has him giving the orders at that time of that strike.
Knowing this is a situation, as part of my payment, if y'all happen to come across any information that might point me in the direction of this man, regardless of where those whereabouts might be, I'd appreciate it.
You should be able to. The information in the dossier on him should have his current assignments.
Oh, fantastic! Well, then never mind.
He's a general, but he's not a division commander.
Yeah, he's not being protected. Okay. Well, Clayton, as he speaks, is flipping through it and then sees that and says, "Well, that's egg on my face. Never mind. Okay, I'm glad to do the job. Sure, let's make this fucking happen."
All right, we'll make arrangements for your travel and get you set up, and we'll have you meet them and you can present this to them.
Just point me in a direction.
So let's jump around a little bit. Liz. Hi, you.
Hi.
So Mariana has a lot to process, but she has 7 years to.
Well, since it was established, Mariana and her fiance broke up during that time, while Mariana was processing said grief. It was pretty immense, losing all your family and friends in one go like that.
And witnessing.
It was very traumatizing. But once Mariana was able to process some of that grief, they started getting back on the horse for their mercantile empire.
During the time when you were trying to process that, did you stay with the ship?
Yes.
Would you have allowed Nath to basically kind of take over and keep things running if you weren't like up to functioning?
Yes.
What type of work would you have been mainly doing? Would just literally back to business as usual?
Pretty much. And any time that she could take off for herself, she'd take one of the shuttles when they'd be somewhere
Mm-hmm.
and get the hell away for a bit.
Gotcha.
Nate, you're in control of the ship kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
be back in a couple of days.
Yeah. Like,
So,
I'm going to the beach, just as an example.
does the ship hold actual bad juju for her?
I would say she feels very complicated about it. Because it's the last thing her parents ever gave her, even if it was post-mortem.
Well, by all rights, it was not post-mortem.
Well, technically, when she got a hold of it, yes.
She received it post-mortem. But, yeah, so what I was going to ask is, when she got back to work, is she going to stay away from, like, bootlegging or smuggling or anything like that? Try and stick to straight money jobs? Or
she would mostly do straight money jobs, but like it kind of in the same way that her parents would do things. Like, if someone's down, you don't kick them while they're down. You try to help if you can. So like if the job was a little less than squeaky clean, sometimes depending on the situation, Mariana would make a judgment call.
Got it. What would
but for the most part,
what would be the key items that would make her judge in favor of jobs that were more risky?
Kids in need of medicine, people in danger needing supplies, things like that. Things that would be an emergency, and if they don't get the supplies, someone's going to die. Like, if it's less than squeaky clean in that situation, she'd do it without asking too many questions about where everything came from.
Gotcha. So, like, being asked to take this medicine to this planet where these people are suffering, but if anyone tries to board you, I would definitely not let them try and scan the boxes of medicine.
Yeah.
All right.
As a quick interjection, that would probably mean that at some point we may not have spoken, we may not have hung out, but we've probably seen each other, at least you and I specifically have seen each other at least once or twice, because there's definitely been more than one job that I've taken for that exact purpose, to the person to get the medication, to get someone to ship off. So there's probably been a passing glance somewhere over the 7 years a couple of times. Yeah,
we've definitely been in the same area a couple of times.
Whether
or not we actually crossed paths is
we both know each other are alive. Yeah. Is the long and short of that. Okay.
For the most part, like, you know of each other.
Yeah.
We've been hearing, Clayton, or what's he going by now?
Clayton. Clayton McCoy is the name that he goes by. Yeah.
Okay. That Clayton is out there doing his thing.
Mm-hmm.
and is still very much alive, and Mariana kind of just like passes along that she's doing okay, kind of thing. So like if anyone happens to bump into him, like, hey, like we went through a very traumatizing ordeal. You good? You alive? Cool, awesome.
Absolutely.
Just grunts. That's the only reply you ever get.
All right.
What?
So,
say that again?
I said the only reply you ever get is just a grunt. Like if they physically patch each other, just a that's it. Just grunts.
God damn it. It's like talking to the guy from Sling Blade.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Ranch fried potatoes.
So the ship does well over the 7-year period. You stay flying, keep the ship repaired. You don't get rich because after the resistance fell, the Alliance cracked down a lot. It was harder to get. Like, it was almost impossible to get salvage licenses, so you couldn't do salvage jobs.
Mhm.
It was very difficult to make a strong profit if you were taking goods into the core worlds from the rim or from the outer planets, because of the resistance mainly started in those areas. Those areas were heavily tariffed and taxed. Going in the opposite direction, any ship that was not Alliance and was picking up something from the core worlds was almost always subject to multiple searches, all kinds of harassment, and it was almost made you were almost it was made to feel like you were being almost harassed out of core worlds in order to keep you from flying into that area. And the main harassment they used was basically holding you up, because most of your jobs are time based. Get these items to this place by this time. Well, if you kept on getting harassed by the Alliance patrols, held up at Alliance star bases for 2 days while your ship is stripped down, searched, and then put back together again. Being dry docked for not having the correct permits, and then finding out, oh yeah, you did have the correct permits. Sorry about that. It's this constant harassment for anyone from the border worlds. So you did your best to stay outside the core worlds. Going from rim planet to rim planet, however, the Alliance cracked down on the border worlds so badly that there wasn't a lot of money flowing back and forth out there. In some places, things went back to literally trade deals. You know what I mean? You would barter for things. Like if you knew someone who was able to mine and facilitate fuel for the ship, hydrate, and then you would like literally trade them to carry some of that fuel to the next point in the processing for a cut of the fuel instead of actual payment. You would trade for foodstuffs, you would trade for this and that, just trying to stay ahead of everything. But like I said, because you had a good reputation, because you've done so many jobs that paid little to nothing just to make sure that people were doing okay, it always seemed like you guys landed on your feet and the ship kept flying. Kel.
Yes.
During the 7 years with the ship.
Yeah.
The most stressful times you had were any of the times that you would be taking jobs in the core worlds?
Oh yeah.
Your parents, you quickly discovered that your parents never really did the whole accepting your death straight and true.
Yeah.
And so that they were looking for you.
Okay.
And so while they were looking for you, they put up posters. They would send out genetic tag scans to where, to private investigators who would try and track down leads. If any of them actually managed to get a hold of you, all it would take was a bit of your hair and they could.
Yeah.
The fact that your parents have money made it really risky going to the core worlds at first. And the other thing is, I'm sure Mariana didn't want to go to the core worlds that often in the beginning because that's when the harassment was the worst. The first 3 years after first 3 years after the end of the Unification War, the harassment was just absolutely, ships were confiscated for no fucking reason.
I'm sure Mariana wanted to stay away from the core worlds just to stay away from the Alliance.
Yes.
Anyway.
Absolutely.
That's right. And also, goddamn it, Corey.
So anyway, what did you do to your appearance?
So it was pretty much the same as clean, just because obviously being in the military, you had to maintain some kind of clean appearance. Like granted, in the field, having stubble wasn't really too big of a deal because you probably didn't have time to shave. But definitely grew the beard, probably about to my length that is now. And then the hair was just about shoulder length. He just left it as just a mess, didn't even bother like combing it back or whatever. Like granted, brushed occasionally so it wasn't matted, but otherwise it's bedhead 24/7.
Gotcha.
And more than likely, not every job was as clean as we would like, so he's probably picked up a few scars here and there.
Mm-hmm. Obviously.
Besides the ones he already got from trying to pull Clayton inside the ship, trying to fake his own death, the sunburn, etc.
You mean the giant bullet hole?
It wasn't that big.
Oh, it got bigger.
Again, it wasn't that big, though, is what I was getting at.
But anyway, so during that 7 years, did you do anything at all to try and make contact with your family?
No, because
I remember you had not just your mom and your dad, but you had siblings, correct?
Yeah, because there was the mom, the dad, the siblings. Because after how we talked a few weeks back, I'm still reworking parts of my backstory because his grandpa died just before he went to the military.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but his parents and his siblings, it's really all that's left.
Gotcha.
But no, he didn't really try to make contact because even though he does come from money, with how, like you said, strict the Alliance was getting, no amount of money will stop him from meeting the news for going, for being a turncoat.
Oh, no. Yeah, you would definitely be killed.
Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered what happened.
One thing we didn't establish with your changing your backstory, have you changed anything of your relationship with your parents?
No, so the way I did it was I kind of split it based on what we talked. So he had a better relationship with the grandpa because, again, the signature asset was a gift from his grandpa, so I figured I'd go there. His relationship with his father was a bit more tenuous because his father was a whole, no, you're going to be a lawyer, you're not doing anything else. Like being more strict about what he's going to do. Kind of like, remember the opening bits of Starship Troopers? When Rico's dad was saying, like, no, you're going to go to Harvard. Right. That kind of dad.
Got it.
When it came to siblings, his relationship was pretty good with them for the most part. Like, they were still a favorite among the three, but it didn't affect their relationship.
Got it. So still kind of close with his siblings then.
Yeah, like he still would have been close to his siblings up to when he faked his death.
All right. So and what about your mom?
The mom was kind of in the same boat as the dad because the mom just kind of agreed with the dad the whole time. Didn't really go like, no, you should do what you want. It was mainly the grandfather that gave him that moral compass of do what's right, do what you feel is right.
Got it. So one thing I didn't think to ask is, did you have anything that was was your grandfather like in the service or anything like that?
No. I didn't come up with what he did before, but I'm gonna say he probably would have been like a doctor or something. This goes core worlds. Well, he would have had a cushy job.
Yeah, he would have doctor, businessman, entrepreneur, whatever.
He would have. Yeah, he would have had a cushy job, but he still would have had a wild side.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say because you said your family's kind of old money.
Yeah. Okay. Like from his dad's side back, they were parents all lawyers.
Got it.
Now, granted, it didn't matter what type of lawyer is. You had to be a lawyer.
Good. Okay, so with all that being said,
yeah,
your parents obviously were looking for you.
Mm-hmm.
But with who your parents were and the relationship you had with your parents, you could never be sure if they were looking for you because they wanted to try and help you, or if they were looking for you because the Alliance wanted you, and either they were putting pressure on your parents to look for you, or your parents wanted to try and redeem their lost status that you caused them when you went rogue by turning you in.
Well, Grant, no one found out that he was the turncoat. Remember, he faked his death before they found that out. They were getting close to. Because the way we were playing the battle was that they were getting ready to find the mole. And that's why I chose... Okay. Now, granted, the Alliance may think I'm alive if anyone recognized me when I was saving Corey. Because, I don't know how good of a look they got on my face then.
You do understand this is pretty far in the future, so, like, all the Alliance troopers are pretty much covered in cameras.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the Purple Belly's uniform has, like, 20 cameras on it, so.
Yeah.
And the guns have cameras on them, so.
Yeah.
If someone points a gun at you, they're also pointing a camera.
Yep. It's like, you don't have my consent to record me. Boom. Doesn't matter.
You don't have my consent to record you. Bang. I don't need it anymore. You're now inanimate. All right. So, but you are sitting there and you've been cut off from your family for 7 years.
Yep.
This is probably, other than your time in boot camp and everything like that, this is probably the hardest point your life's ever been through. I mean, life on the ship is not easy. There are sometimes you guys are like literally just living on protein powder and water rations.
Oh yeah, like even the military rations were probably better than what we were eating on the ship at times.
Absolutely.
Like at least then he still had some continuation of what he had before he joined.
Yeah. So there's nothing really that you've experienced that's like this, because there's no, Mariana and does her best to find you guys jobs, but because you're cut off from so many strong sources of revenue, like going into the Alliance worlds and core worlds and actually doing jobs there, not just because of the fact that Mariana doesn't want to go to the core worlds, but also, and you don't want to go to the core worlds, but also because of the harassment and everything that comes along with it. Because of all that, you guys, you, like I said, you get by. But compared to what Mariana's life was like before and the amount of money she can make before the Battle of Serenity Valley, and this is something you obviously know, Mariana, is that the amount you make enough to keep the ship flying, you make enough to pay the crew and yourself, but usually at the end of that, all the remaining money goes to keeping the ship repaired and fueled, stocked, and you basically have like nothing. You're staying.
We're just barely in the black.
Yeah, you're staying flying, and that's the most important thing. But it's been like that for it's very frustrating because it's been like that for 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know that you guys have been working these jobs all this time. Of course, with Clayton leaving and with Atlas leaving, I know that Liz, you were going to add more to Mariana's flying or piloting, so she could actually be the main pilot for the ship. But you guys did lose like 2 decent fighters in Atlas and Corey, and you lost 2 members of the crew overall. So you would definitely have had to bring someone on.
I was like, I'm a decent fighter. I got 8.
Oh yeah, no. But you lost 2.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
Fighters.
Yeah, no, I've only got a 6 in fight, but I do have an 8 in shoot. So
yeah, because one thing I was going to do too for my character was that obviously since we were down to 3 people, depending on how long it took for Agatha to join, was definitely trying to become much more free to do stuff around the ship, like pick up, fix, and add more to even my fly. So if Mariana needs to crash, I can fly the ship. Not as expertly as they will be able to, but at least keep us afloat.
Oh yeah, no. It's always good to have other people who can just jump the helm for a bit and smell them out.
Yeah. Well, also with this big of a
what
ship,
happens if Mariana is incapacitated for some reason?
Yep.
Yeah. Some reason.
Yep.
There's a lot of trauma.
Ray's a horrible bastard. Got it.
I didn't say it.
I was assuming
you said it yourself.
I wasn't going for that. I was just going for the fact that
I was not anywhere near that. But
I just saw
if the shoe fits Ray.
I was gonna say for when they're wallowing in trauma during those first few years.
Well, I was
According to his mother, he is completely legitimate, not a bastard at all.
Whereas I am a bastard by definition.
Oh.
Oh,
One
I don't
thing
care.
One thing I was going to ask is with the whole process and with the closeness that you guys probably formed, what would be something you'd be looking for in a new crew member? You probably
someone capable.
You probably ran through several people before you settled on one person.
Probably someone who won't die on the first job.
Yeah, honestly.
So Agatha sets her bar about here. And then Steven sets his bar about at Agatha's feet. So, you guys went through several different people. They all just never seemed to work out for one reason or another. Either they didn't really hold to the same, I guess, ideals or concepts that you guys did, being absolutely completely in it for the money and not really caring about what type of jobs you took, or they didn't work out for interpersonal reasons. But no matter what, you guys knew that you had to come up with at least one more crew member to help get this to the point where it was more manageable. So over the 7 years, you went through at least 3 or 4 of the crew. Agatha,
Here.
you started out your life as a prize fighter for the most part. Were you still in touch with your family, or did you do the whole run away from home thing?
No, very much in touch with him. Kind
Okay.
of have to be. They, I work with the family. You get it. It's
So
kind of a thing.
and so your family actually makes their own brand of whiskey, correct?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Couple generations now. All legal.
Oh, so we got a plug on the ship. Nice.
So
all
that
legal.
would have worked in Agatha's favor because I guarantee that Mariana's family put a tiny still just so Mariana could have.
And if not, you probably built one to replace the one you had.
Exactly.
Just so Mariana could hold off the DT.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay, now I'm thinking that we're about to turn this into MASH. Just
She-
having a still.
She wasn't that bad.
Oh, I don't know.
No, what I was going to say is with
See you drink.
So, since your family kind of like wasn't destitute,
No. Well,
what brought you into prize fighting?
to
Because
be perfectly
professionally getting punched in the face is not usually something that people who have money choose to do.
well, I have a lot of siblings. In fact, there's 12 more still alive. But yes. That was a weird face.
Nah, I was making sure I heard 12 right.
Well, I mean, technically there were 15 of us, but some of them were gone before I came along, so I don't really know them. In the family business, stuff happens with, when boys drink a little too much and then they decide to light up, and their still was right there.
So some stills have blown up in the past, is what
Yeah.
okay. So, but seriously, why did you actually go the route of prize fighting?
It was the first thing I was good at, and no matter which one of those punks challenged me, I always waffle stopped every single one of them. It was
So
awesome.
it started out with your family.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you started out by beating your family down. Got it. But
Okay, you know what? They bucked up. That's all I'm saying.
So you kind of took a natural talent and you tried to develop it and build it out. when it turned out that you were good at it, I'm supposing that your family kind of gave you the green light.
Well, my twin, she was going to be my manager,
Mhm.
and I was going to be the fighter. Then she hooked up with this one dude, and I haven't seen her in a couple of years.
Okay, gotcha. So what I was gonna say is that
Trying to manage myself, and
well, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say if you were decent enough, your family might have even like sponsored you through their through not a brewery, through their what's it called when you make
oh, there's a
Distillery.
distillery?
thank you.
So the distillery may have even sponsored you,
Words.
as and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
So
Kelly Brand,
Yep.
family name.
So as you went through you worked your way up through the fighter circuit. At one point, something happened, you said, and basically caused you
Yeah.
to throw a fight.
Well, I just kind of thought it might be safer for my entire family.
So someone basically approached you and did the whole, it would be really good if you went down in the third round next time, and you did the whole fighter thing of I don't go, and they were like, well, it's better you than your family's distillery.
That's a real nice family you have there. It'd be a shame that's
That's a real nice, really big family. We could make it a funeral a month for like 2 years.
Well, they may have mentioned what happened too, and known stuff.
Gotcha.
If you know, you know. So yeah, family first.
So you went into the fight knowing that you were going to have to throw the fight. You went through with it through the fight, but then for somehow, some way, word got out that you had thrown, and there was the evidence throwing the fight, and it wasn't just your career that kind of got crashed. Your
No.
family was backing you, so it looked bad for the distillery. It looked bad for the family. Was that basically the catalyst for you kind of, since your reputation was ruined in the fighting community, is that why you started doing the bodyguarding work?
Yeah, and I wouldn't reflect bad on them.
Yep.
I
Basically, you're going off planet for the moment.
Yeah.
Okay. So you would have stumbled. How Mariana and Kel. I don't want to try and make or force a relationship between you two characters and Agatha. So I was thinking to make Agatha like a new member of the crew.
I think that would be a good idea. Also, I think Agatha and Mariana are gonna get along just fine over talking about distilling.
Gotcha. So what would you say about maybe 6-9 months on the crew so far?
Probably
had time to go on a few jobs with you guys. So even though you guys you're on jobs all the time, there's not been because you're always working. It's not been a lot of time to like sit down and discuss things. So Mariana's Agatha's general history. Mariana, of course, you've related some of the things that happened. Are you open about what happened to your family, Mariana?
find out real quick. Let the dice decide. And we're gonna do the mini dice because it brings me serotonin.
Yay, serotonin.
Evens is yes.
Ow.
That is an odd, so the answer is no.
So Mariana doesn't talk a lot about her family.
Nope.
I get it.
Steven, do you talk a lot about Mariana's family when Mariana's not around?
Oh no, I value my life too much. Or at least I value my life too much to do it if sober. If I'm drunk enough, who knows? That's something we can roll the dice on if that ever comes around.
No, roll the dice to see if it's come up while drunk.
Okay.
Considering
I
how
would
much
have-
drinking is probably involved on this ship, it's going to be another even odd roll.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to use a D20. I don't have any mini dice.
All right.
Oh, mine was a mini D20. It just brings me serotonin. Is the answer yes?
Yeah, we're going to say yes just because they're all evens, and everyone's been doing evens as yeses, so I don't want to break that.
Oh my gosh.
So, whenever I say
And
this,
this
drunkenly...
fireball out of nowhere.
Yeah,
Got our whole goddamn family.
Drunkenly, Steven's also going to make sure to say to Agatha, going like, shh, don't tell Mariana this. Like, shh, I didn't say a word.
Mariana's literally passed out at the table.
Just,
next
oh
to
no. Oh no, just like, no, it's just like, also like, just like I didn't tell you about Mariana's cubby hole.
Does she know? She knows
Does
about
she
her
know?
family, right?
You're
Because she
welcome,
hasn't
Alyssa.
said anything.
I was like, did Mariana tell Agatha about the secret stash?
No.
Oh, you're welcome.
And Steven doesn't know about it either.
I thought I did.
No.
Oh, never mind then. We'll retcon that
Mariana
part.
has not brought out a secret stash yet.
Okay,
Dun,
retcon
dun,
that part of the
dun.
conversation.
Gotcha. So, you guys have Steven let it slip that Mariana's family died at the Battle of Serenity Valley. And that, according to Mariana, they were killed by the Alliance. The biggest issue you have, not the biggest issue, but that leads you into kind of a gray area. Because you know that this ship has a legit ID. And you know that everyone working on this ship has IDs as well. But if they were at the Battle of Serenity Valley, even if they were civilians, there should have been some kind of activity based around the fact that, you know, Mariana's family was killed. But there was always reported minimal civilian casualties during the fighting. And the valley itself, Serenity Valley, according to Alliance, wasn't occupied. No mention of the town of Serenity.
That's called marketing. It looks,
It's called a cover up.
yeah, it would look bad if any of that happened. In my line of work, you know, there's some stuff that that didn't happen because it would be considered illegal in certain places, and you know, people might go to prison for a long time, or you know, die. So I get it.
So I guess I'm assuming that you never let on to Mariana that you know.
No, I figure that's one of those kind of things. You know what? I don't want to tell her, oh, hey, I know all this info about you. I'm not supposed to know. It's none of my business. So I'm going to keep my mouth shut. And if she decides she's comfortable talking about it, then I'll tell her, oh, yeah, your boy over there with the big mouth.
So basically,
you're trying to get me thrown out of the airlock. Got it.
Or, you
throw
know,
Steven right under the bus.
Yeah, or, you know, if he, yeah, throw him right under the bus.
So
Loose lips sink ships, my man.
And you do meet Nath of course, and no Nath during this time period, but since Az isn't here, we'll do that.
Of course.
And plus, Nath is a little shy, a little quiet, so it takes a bit for you guys to actually, start warming up to each other. The one thing that's clear about Nath is she loves the ship like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever like get upset at the ship or anything like that because it's having problems, Nath, it's some of the few times you see Nath actually get actually kind of upset.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, like I'm just imagining that the reason that my fix goes up is that I learned from Nath, and there's probably plenty of times where Nath's going like, "God damn it, you're not supposed to do it this way." Or however Az wants to phrase it for those type of conversations, but like just having those moments.
Yep.
And also have moments where they're so enthralled with their work that when it's time to go eat supper, I have to literally pick them up and carry them over the shoulder.
Nath gets a little bit focused.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the big thing for you during this time period is you're getting to know the crew, begin to feel really comfortable around them. Your main job is basically a load specialist. Whenever they get cargo, you're one of the people who helps load it. You're one of the people who balances it out.
Yeah.
So that's one of your big jobs. Whenever things have gotten hairy in any type of situation where they were dealing with someone who was like upset about something, didn't want to pay the full price, you, because of your background, you've always been very quick to like quietly step up behind Mariana and just start, slipping a pair of brass knuckles on and making it very obvious that you were wearing them.
Yeah.
So
the real reason, Mariana.
And then the few times that someone has actually reacted negatively to that, you've had no problems using those brass knuckles and, being very efficient and vicious about it. So, Mariana, you quickly discovered that not only were they good at, just being a general labor crewman, but she knows how to do this and not afraid to do. So that always comes in handy.
And I don't like it when people get loud. When someone starts raising their voice, I don't like that at all.
And when they're unconscious, they can't raise their voice anymore.
Nope.
So,
I mean, by definition.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm about to say, so no yelling when drunk. Got it.
No yelling when drunk. No drunken yelling.
I think Agatha actually joins in the yelling while drunk.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
So,
and karaoke. So much.
No. That's just what we call. That's just what we call yelling while drunk.
So what I'm hearing is Frank is about to turn to Dag House.
Yeah.
We didn't. Well, never mind. We did. But anyway.
And we had impromptu karaoke.
Without your master of media.
We also had impromptu karaoke.
We did have impromptu karaoke, didn't we?
Actually, we did.
Yeah, that first night after we had to get help someone get down from a roof.
Yep.
Hey, look, it's not my fault that Faye tricks work.
I saw that goodie bag on my desk.
That for some reason you bought a bunch of Faye goodie bags, though.
You never know when you need to pull a Faye trick. And what?
So don't give Lissa your name is what we're learning.
Yeah, absolutely not. So what we're gonna do right now, because it's a little after 9:30, or it's actually 9:40. We normally take our break at 9:30, so we're gonna go ahead and take one right now. But as customary, we're gonna go ahead and start up the giveaway. We're gonna be giving away raffle tickets tonight, and the raffle tickets will get you a chance to win Dami Mommy. This is Lilith, the Blood Daughter. She is a very large, very detailed mini from Arch Villain Games Blood Right Red Rain Collection. If you follow us and you type !mommy in chat, you will get 1 ticket. If you subscribe, you will get 2 tickets. On the last show on the 29th is the last day you're going to have a chance to get tickets. And we're going to be giving this mini away on our Halloween show on the 31st, which is lost. So go ahead and put that into chat right now. We're going to go take a 15-minute break and give ourselves time to use the restroom, get some drinks, and overall recharge our battery. We will be back in 15 minutes, guys, and thank you very much for joining us. ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Thank you so much. Yes, the finger guns are back, ladies and gentlemen, and they'll never go away, ever, ever, ever. But
Nope.
we are back, and we are going to continue left off. So now that we've kind of established relationships with on the ship as it is now, let's go ahead and go actual starting of this entire process. You guys, Mariana, is the ship's name Frank?
The ship's name is canonically Frank.
Yeah, because
thought it was
So it is. It's
I thought it was
that is
Frankie.
actually not the full name. It's either Frankenstein or Frankie.
Yeah, we put down Frankie is what I wrote when we made the ship.
Yeah.
So it's
Okay, then Frankie.
the Frankie. It's
Yep.
called the Frankie. All right, so
Because let's be frank.
no, that's absolutely completely cool. I am absolutely down with the ship being. I was just making sure because I've got to have something to call it. All right, so
Their name is quite Frankie, my dear.
Quite Frankie, my dear. Oh my god, I don't give a damn.
Frankie, my dear.
All right.
Yep.
Okay, yes, no. Kel, you okay with it being quite Frankie, my dear?
I don't care.
And both of the shuttles are called I Don't Give a Rams.
Oh,
Yes.
why?
Because to torture you, that's why.
We use them to ram into people. I don't know. Someone come up with a reason for it. I'm just coming up with
Because
names.
the brand name is Ram.
Oh my god. Oh.
Frankie, my dear, I don't give a ram. I'm proud of me. I'm proud of me.
And I am.
Hey, there's the name of the episode.
My stomach's upset.
Frankie, my dear, I don't give a ram.
My stomach.
Yeah, that's
is
the name of the
upset.
episode.
I don't feel so good. I want my mom.
Kitty.
I want
GM to GM.
Yeah.
GM to GM.
Uh-huh.
I need this in my life. I'm on the other side of this normally. I need this. Let me have this.
Yeah, as Numbers put it, it's revenge for the trauma. Or
That's
as Night
right.
Sources put, the punishment.
Oh no! Chat. You've corrupted my chat.
Thanks,
most of this
chat.
Chat came from us, mainly listen right here.
Look.
And they say worse things than Listen's chat.
Numbers was the one that said revenge for trauma. It's not one of mine that said punishment.
That's mine.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's most of the people from your channel who are the ones giving us these jokes here, though.
So, good lord.
I don't see Cheshire in here. If Cheshire was in here
No,
now,
we're not going to go there. We're not going to go there.
So there is a planet called Aberdeen in the Kalidasa system. And the planet it's one of the few major planets that has only one moon. Aberdeen is actually a very odd planet in the Kalidasa system. It is home to the Scottish city of Aberdeen. It is a planet that was literally settled by a ship of Scottish colonists from Earth that was. They have kept.
So it's Scotland planet.
Yes, it is. It is literally the Scotland planet.
So Scotland finally got independence.
Yes.
Ooh, that's cold.
I'm really hoping they get independence with the general election that should take place here soon.
Well, they're gonna have to wait till there's a new PM because remember the prime minister resigned.
Yeah, well, enough politics. Back to fantasy. But yeah, so it is a planet with a lone moon. The planet itself is quite known for its rhodium mines, high yield, high productivity, and because it is actually in the outer rim, there's no miners union. and the mining systems are owned by a number of wealthy corporations. So a lot of the miners are pretty much kept in almost a indentured servitude. Think of the Mudders on can't remember the name of that plan. But anyway, Mudders on
Higgins
that one episode.
Moon.
Higgins Moon, yeah.
Higgins Moon.
In
Yes.
the town of Clayton or Canton.
Yes, it's Canton, the hero
Yeah.
of Canton,
Yeah.
the one we
Man,
call
call
Jane.
Oh God.
You brought this on yourself. Like when you're describing that map earlier, the one you're printing off. If you said 7-foot frame, me and Lissa were going to go off on that right now.
Yeah.
7-foot frame.
So, well, I was gonna say is that there is the big thing about it is that they have a large mining population, and the world itself is got other than the mining setup and the mountains, it's like giant mountain ranges and then oceans. There's very little else, so foodstuffs all have to be brought in. Almost there's very little farmable lands. Not only is it Scotland, but it's the Highlands. There's ocean everywhere and rocks.
Sounds right.
Are there sheep though? Space sheep?
Are you only
Space sheep.
No,
I'm about to make
it's
that
just
joke.
not Scotland without the fucking sheep, Ray. Having been there, it's not
Shaggy
Scotland
cows.
without the sheep.
As long as they got
Without
as long as
the
they have
sheep
golf, we'll
and
be good.
shaggy cows.
So yes, there are shaggy cows, but no. So what I'm saying is that they don't produce enough to actually keep the people of this planet fed properly. So it kind of is a desperate situation at times for the planet itself. But the biggest thing about right now is that this is the planet that they chose for the rendezvous. Clayton and the Frankie. So you're going to be rendezvousing in Aberdeen. There is a bar that you're supposed to connect at. Mariana,
Right. And we know it's Clayton that we're supposed to be meeting up with, right?
Clayton was the one that's supposed to reach out to you, set up the meeting. So
Okay.
what I was going to do right now is I say, Mariana, let's go ahead and run through the call between you and Clayton, as Clayton sends the wave to invite you in for the. So go right ahead and say hi, Clayton. Corey, did you go somewhere?
Mark, I'm here. I had to turn off my screen
No,
again.
I got it.
And it was doing fine for solid 10 minutes there, and then it just
So
gone.
got it.
Miss Mariana, captain of the Quiet Frankie. Of the Quiet Frankie, my dear. This is Clayton McCoy.
Clayton, it's been quite a while since I heard from you. How are you doing?
Ah, not too bad. Got a job here. I'm supposed to be meeting up with you to get this job taken care of. Figured we can meet on, what was the name of the planet again?
Aberdeen.
Ray.
Aberdeen.
Aberdeen. Figured might want to meet up over on Aberdeen. I'm gonna actually let me real quick. Sorry, I was having some problems while you were running through all of that. Aberdeen is, I'm guessing, just a good neutral place for us to go, or it is somewhere nearby.
It is nearby.
The reason we're okay.
No,
that
no,
is
it's not.
the,
Sorry,
okay.
it's
Sorry.
a good
What-
neutral place to go because the planet you're going to is gorgeous. But they're both on
Okay,
outer,
so we're just-
but they're both
yeah.
on the outer rim.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So I was meeting up with you for some work, and figured I'm nearby, and it's in the direction we should be heading. So if you can meet me over on Aberdeen, over in the Georgia system, I think that'd be a best bet for us to get going on this job.
All right, sounds like a good spot to me. When do you want to meet up?
Well, where are y'all at right now? Because I'm about 2 days off planet.
How far are we away, Ray?
You guys are actually about 5 days away.
We're about 5 days out on our end.
I could kill 3 days on planet. That'd be fine. I need to take a break, and I'm assuming this is a video call. You can see we've caught each other in passing over the past 7 years, and you've probably noticed he has kept himself less and less upkept most every time you see him. He does definitely look notably older than he probably should for this simple amount of time. He's clearly been going real hard for this whole time, and you can see in his eyes that he's
chain
tired.
smoking?
Yeah, he is actively. You can like whatever room he is in on a ship right now is one that he just has a bunk. He has a bunk to himself, and whether anytime he travels, whether or not he's allowed to, he smokes in his bunk. He's not gonna not.
Oh,
He
Clayton.
doesn't play by.
Clayton is that person.
Clayton just currently, yes. Mind you, you're in a ship with massive filtration systems. It shouldn't bother anyone. If this ship can't filter out cigarette smoke, there's a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
he is
actually
still
a fair
actively
point.
chain smoking, but you can see he's tired. Like there is a level of just exhaustion just visible on his face. Yeah, I feel like 3 days of downtime might do me a little bit of good. And I tell her some. I'm assuming I probably stopped off on Aberdeen before. It seems like it's probably a good in between place for a lot of things. So I'll just tell her a general place that I've stopped before.
It's
As to
also
where she
a
can
good
come
place to
find
pick
me.
up some well manufactured parts for explosives.
Yeah. So I have my places that I go here because I've definitely utilized some of those parts before. And I assume also, of course, by accident. I didn't know what I was buying could possibly set off a small freighter ship for the Alliance. I don't know what you're talking about.
Who knew that yellow and blue made boom?
Yeah, who knew? Who knew?
Look, I didn't know
Anyway,
when I combined window cleaner and Clorox, it would cause.
You would get chlorine gas.
Don't do that, kids.
Yeah,
Don't do
don't.
that ever, kids.
Yeah, apparently we're all war criminals here now.
He's a dude who smoke tappers with a bathroom smoke.
Oh, every bathroom smoke detector on any ship I go into is sans batteries immediately. There are no batteries left on that damn ship. I don't know what I'd do with all of them. They disappear. Yeah, nah. It ain't gonna go off, and you're not gonna put a battery back in it. It's not happening. No,
Yep.
he's not really that bad, but like he is actively smoking in the camera.
All right.
Okay.
So
Just meet me at this. I give you a location to meet me.
gotcha.
Cool. I need to run to the bathroom. I'll be right back. I have been freed from the cat.
Oh my god. Ladies and gentlemen, she could not put the cat down long enough to go to the bathroom. Can you believe that?
Hey, it's a crime to move a cat.
Crime, according to the cat, it is. But
Any cat owner knows if a cat is resting, you leave it the hell alone and let it sleep.
Or at least you very, very, very slowly nudge it off your leg onto the bed or couch.
Or your husband.
don't look at me, I pitch him. The only one I don't do that to is
Eh,
she digs in claws instantly.
nice. Though,
That's for sure.
Corey, Night Sorrow's made a suggestion. You can make a really big boom later.
Corey, I have a sound for you. Do you have the
Yeah.
stream, do you have the stream up anywhere?
I do. It is muted, but I've got it up.
Oh yeah, I got
Mute your mic for a second. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't want to hear this, I highly suggest you cover your ears because we're going to sing happy birthday to Corey, but we're not going to do it. This is going to be a rendition of the worst happy birthday song ever.
I saw that sound earlier.
Yep. Corey, happy birthday. Enjoy the hell that is us trying to sing. 3, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sphinx. Happy birthday to you. And everyone was sober for that.
I think I remember that stream.
Everyone was sober for that. There was no alcohol involved.
All I gotta say is, it's a good thing none of y'all know my birthday.
It is.
Thanks, I hate it.
Listen, yeah.
Again, it's a good thing.
That caused me pain. My teeth hurt.
And
Like that's a good thing.
And Lissa managed to miss it.
I think.
Yep, Lissa
I
missed
think
all
I had
of
a
it.
nosebleed. How did y'all manage that?
We were really actually trying to sing nice.
I think I took like 46 psychic damage. Somehow I'm playing Cortex and I'm
Wait.
taking D20
say-
system damage.
Did you say 46 or 4d6?
4d6?
That's not as bad.
No, a proper GM just says yes.
I'm pretty sure we sang better in our impromptu karaoke at Dag House.
Well,
No.
people were trying to sing during that. Drunk, but trying to sing.
Hey, we did pretty good.
I was not drunk at that point.
Yes, I
Oh,
mean,
no,
I think
no, that was I just played for Corey the DAG rendition of Happy Birthday. It is a sound that you can play with channel points,
Uh-huh.
and we were singing Happy Birthday to Sphinx, actually. But I recorded it. I clipped it because it is possibly the worst rendition of Happy Birthday on the planet.
Could no one
And I am
find
talking
the key
about-
that they wanted?
And I am talking about all the waitstaff renditions of forced happy birthdays in any restaurant in any universe.
that's pretty accurate. That's a pretty accurate description.
So it was horrible. But now the truth. So you guys are making your way to Aberdeen.
Downtown.
Corey, you said you're gonna
Yep.
you gave them a location or anything like that. So you're gonna hang out.
Yeah, I give her a location to where one of my normal haunts, somewhere I would
Is
normally
there
go.
like a
somewhere
small cafe or something? A nice pub?
I figure more than likely I stay at some effectively.
It's
like-
Space Scotland. There's pubs everywhere.
There's going to be a tavern.
My thought is there's likely, like many port cities, a well-known motel, not a hotel, but a well-known motel-esque place that likely has a bar, and that is probably where I normally set up camp. I probably set myself down at that, and it's not like the good one. It's the one just above the bad one.
Yeah.
That's where I stay.
Across the street from the high school, that one.
Basically, you have hydrate again. So basically, you have.
I guess it's a good thing I went pee.
I know.
I just finished taking a huge drink not 10 seconds ago.
Yes, but there's no witnesses.
I
Yep.
know, no one can see me. So I have to do it again now.
So
Why? No one can see you.
It's true.
I was drinking as loud as I could, I promise. You made me choke.
Sorry.
Yeah. So Corey,
Crazy.
there is places called like the Red Rose Inn, and you know the Crack of Dawn Inn, and all those lovely places. The place you're staying.
And then there's the Brass Hotel.
I was gonna say, and then
It is-
the place you're staying is just called the Inn.
The Inn. Perfect.
And so basically, so is that where you're telling them to meet you to?
Actually, yeah, I trust her to meet. I trust this crew to meet me there. Most people would meet me at probably another place that I also have a room paid for at, because I know the life that I'm living and how I have to move around in
Mhm.
certain areas. I'm probably good here, but Clayton is probably a little bit cautious now too.
I was gonna say you probably come in town and you book a room in both places, no matter what.
And I usually, I always stay in this one, but no one ever actually sees me leave the other one. That's how that goes.
Gotcha.
I go in, they never see me leave that one. They never see me actually show up at this one. I've got the proper people paid and the proper paths through town. I also figure doing the type of work I've been doing, I probably have a decent amount of money, seeing as I don't have a ship or a home to keep up with. I probably have a decent amount of money on me, realistically, because I'm not a go out and drink my money away kind of person. I'm doing the work is what I've been doing. So the money's just kind of been a secondary plus.
For those jobs that are not as high lucrative paying as the ones you do Alliance, ones where you have to kind of find a way to make money out of the job.
Yeah.
Keep quite a bit of savings on hands just stuff afloat when you're doing those.
Yeah.
So you tell them where to meet, and the other thing about the place that you're staying is that because of the reason it's so cheap and the area that it's in is so cheap, because it's right by the fucking spaceport. So you have the noise of ships flying in and flying out all day long.
People are less likely to hear a fist fight in that.
That is very true. So you guys are headed down head down to Aberdeen. Like I said, it's a 5-day trip. You're already on the rim, so you're not gonna have to worry about much interference from Alliance. Since you're not on a job, this is kind of like flying there. So when you get into Aberdeen, before you get into Aberdeen, what are you going to tell the crew about the job? Or what is Mariana going to tell them?
What do I remember about the job?
I gave them no information over comms.
Yeah.
I said I had a job.
You're just going to say,
I said, hey,
we're going to go see an old friend about a job?
Gonna go see a guy about a thing.
Look, Mariana went through hell with Clayton. Mariana's not going to ask too many questions on that one.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying. What I was saying is, are you telling us that it's Clayton, Stephen, Nath?
Are you telling Ian that it's Clayton who they haven't seen in 7 years and is the only reason they are actually alive?
I think Mariana would, like, if they asked, she wouldn't say, like, she wouldn't not tell them if they asked, but she's probably going to keep that one a surprise.
Oh shit. All right.
So what you're telling me is that Ian will stay on the ship, more than likely.
No, Mariana is going to strongly encourage Ian that they need to come with on this one.
See, I was thinking it would be a better interaction if I just showed up in the engine room. I feel like that would be a better interaction.
Yeah, because we'll say Oz isn't here to play Nathan.
Yeah, and I don't know, and I know how Clayton will react seeing Ian again. I don't know how Az thinks Ian would react, so I don't want to miss that actual opportunity. And I might message them and see about that.
We'll say Nath is just in the engine room and is going to get surprised by Clayton being on the ship.
Yep, gotcha. All right, so you guys finally get to Aberdeen. You touch down at the port. Nath is going to stay with the ship. She has some things, as always, that try and get done while you're down on planet. She's like, she just instantly is like, I got some things I got to do. Pick me up. She's like, pick me up some cottage pie.
She gives me a honey-do list.
Gotcha. So you guys start heading down. It's easy to find the inn. It's right by the. I said, it is literally on a narrow street. It's a 2-story, plain white stuccoed building with a sign sticking out the side on a metal swing arm, and the sign literally has in black block printed letters says "The Inn." And the only highlight to it is there is a glowing neon arrow that points towards the inn's door, which is just a plain undecorated wooden door.
I was like,
You know, I guess I shouldn't be surprised that this is the meeting place.
yeah, so it looks like whoever decided to build this place decided to put like nothing in advertising, so to speak, or design. I mean, hey, gotta save money when you're out here.
So as you guys head inside, there is the main floor is a bar for the most. There is a large area with lots of tables to the right. At the far end of the bar, there is a slightly raised area. It looks like it might be for performers, but there's no top on it right now. To the left, there is the of the stage. There is a nice little crackling fire and a hearth. To your and then to your left as you come in the door, there is a long bar. And at the end of the bar, there is a set of double swing doors that seem back into the kitchen on the back left wall. And behind the bar, there is a long glass mirror wall up to the double doors. And there's shelves all in front of it. And the shelves are lined with different types of alcohol, types of liquors. There's a bunch of cold wells on right underneath the bar itself, along with all the taps. And there is a gentleman standing behind the bar. He stands probably about 6 foot. He is balder than bald. He has a huge scar that his skull from right up, like about 4 inches up on the top of his head, comes down and goes over where his left eye should be, goes under an eye patch. Comes up underneath and causes basically a cleft lip side of his mouth. And you can see that there's whenever he talks, there's no teeth part of his mouth. Whatever hit him did
a rough number on him.
Yeah, and should have killed him. He's talking to somebody as you come walking in. He's polishing his glass, and he says, "Looks at
His name's Stuart.
his name's." He looks at you and he says, "Welcome to the inn. What can I get you?"
I would like a nice glass of ale. What do you got?
Got winternut sour, barley, rye, and moose.
I recommend the moose.
And you see Clayton's at the bar.
You do. You surely do. I recommend the moose. It's a red wheat. It's a personal favorite.
I'll try that one.
Oh, does Clayton describe what you look like now?
Oh, last time y'all saw Clayton, Mariana saw Mariana probably more than likely saw a barely lit version of Clayton, like very little light in that video call, and cigarette lit light is probably the most you saw of him. Just, it was a late night call. I'm in the black. I'm on a random ship. I'm not making a scene of it, you know. I'm not making a call in the comm station, that kind of thing. But last time Kel saw or last time that Steven saw Clayton, I had a kempt beard, you know, a little mustache was well kempt. I was wearing a white shirt, black vest, a black hat. Looked very much like a Wild West kind of doctor vibe. Was keeping myself up. Now you see a same man, still 6'5", big guy, except that kind of close cropped brown hair is now down past his shoulders in a pretty loose ponytail. It's being held together in the back, but just basically out of necessity. It ain't a style per se. Beard about down to mid chest. It's kept but not styled. Like it's not everywhere. It's not bushy, but it's not, you know, braided. It's not neatly combed, anything like that. There are a couple of small scars across his forehead. Looks like possibly something blew up and some shrapnel just missed some important parts, kind of thing. Definitely looks much older. And instead of the vest and all this, he's now wearing a pair of like loose fitting acid washed jeans and a Hawaiian shirt with some combat boots. You see little man openly displayed in a shoulder holster over It's not under the Hawaiian shirt. The shoulder holster is over the Hawaiian shirt, and little man is hanging out in the holster actively. You see a couple of tattoos have popped up. They all look like absolute shit. They look terrible. There's a couple of like scattered tattoos across his forearm. That's about as much as you can see. And you do see a number of burn marks on one side of him, on his left arm.
Well, he looks great.
Yeah.
I would ask you what you've been getting up to, but I think I have an idea of what you've been doing.
I have a cigarette like literally held between my teeth, and I kind of smile, and you see there's one or two teeth missing as well.
I think over 7 years, Mariana would have caught on that when she hears about Clayton, there's soon after a terrorist attack somewhere nearby.
there's some kind of
Coincidentally,
or some either a terrorist attack or like some alliance patrol got absolutely rocked. Like they didn't all die, but they all got their shit rocked by something. Yeah.
and there's always something humiliating in it.
Oh yeah.
Like
yeah.
Like the survivors were all forced to turn over their pants.
Yeah. a lot of missing pants. A lot of missing pants. Yeah, he always kind of had a little hang up of not getting those damn pants.
Clayton,
Okay.
what Clayton does with those pants is the nearest flagpole. All of those
Everyone,
pants
all the way
have
up.
been
Like I
pulled
said,
up.
he's like he's somewhere between a PTSD-ridden veteran and a rebellious teenager. Because he never had that rebellious teenager streak, and now it's his opportunity. He's just going to also tie it in with lots of rampant violence.
And somehow
Or
he
he did.
survived for 7 years.
He-
Like this.
Yeah.
He
I was gonna
has,
say,
He is
has
very
combined
smart.
teenage
and-
rebellion and a midlife crisis in one go.
yep. I was say two things. One, the pants part is making me think of Inglorious Bastards now.
Fair.
But then two, after hearing that, I bring its turn look, and it takes me a second for it to click. Because, like we've said, this has been 7 years.
Is it
7.
still going by Steven?
We're like, yeah, and then it finally clicks, and I go over and don't know if you watched this part of your horror binge, but I know you watched it as general. The whole remember what Schwarzenegger and oh my god, why can I not remember the actor's name? It's killing me.
You son of a bitch!
Yeah, the whole
Yeah.
handshake
I-
that moment.
Now you realize that Clayton would absolutely recognize exactly what that is. That
Well,
is
yeah.
he would know what you were doing. Yeah.
Well, no, I'm saying out of character. Like I know.
Oh, no,
you
I
would
know, I
too,
know.
Yeah, but I forgot Clayton is a
Clayton
old
is a-
world aficionado. when it
Yeah,
comes to
he's an
media.
old world media head. Yeah.
Night Sorrow said both these. Night Sorrow says Magnum PI future style.
Think closer to like Max Payne.
Thanks,
Think
Yeah.
closer to Max Payne. That's more the
then,
And then
vibe.
also,
and then Night Sorrow is, I guess, after the tattoos in the description. So most NCO.
I mean, not a bad
Yes.
description because
Yes.
both our characters were NCOs.
Yeah. I have a few friends who look like that.
I say I lived in Virginia Beach for the longest time. I've seen plenty of either active duty or former enlisted personnel that are just covered in tattoos.
They get out and immediately grow beards out. Yeah, it's great.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Dang.
But hey, Clayton actively gets up and says, "You son of a bitch!"
Yeah, and then you
does the
see-
whole hand clap. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
you just see now you see who's gonna break first though.
Do you want to roll for it?
We can.
God.
I'm cool
Yeah.
doing it. So
Roll a d12. We're doing this we're gonna do this silly style.
All right, whoever rolls highest.
What's your physical?
my physical is an 8.
Mine's a 10.
Okay,
Roll-
you
roll
can still
your
roll a
eight.
1. You can still roll a 1.
Yeah. Let's see who does better. You roll your 8. I'll roll my 7.
I love this contested roll idea.
Mother, I jinxed
Did you
myself.
roll a 1?
I rolled a 6.
So,
Oh, that metal dice is going in jail now.
Agatha, you're witnessing a time-honored tradition of dick measuring.
I see that.
Clayton literally is holding it and grabs a beer
and
Yeah.
finishes it, and then lets go. And
So-
also brings you in for a little bit of a hug at the same time.
Mariana has
know?
pulled out a cigarette and is
Oh, yeah,
sitting
no.
there with the cigarette and
Clayton-
the beer, just
Clayton
waiting.
lights it while Clayton
So-
finishes the beer, lights it, and then lets go.
Yeah, you just see Steven like struggling there, and by the time the cigarette is lit, you can even see me just like slowly going down to one knee almost.
Little beads of sweat starting to form on the forehead.
I wouldn't say little,
Family?
not with the one.
Something like that, ma'am. I'm one of the people that got off. I'm assuming she knows a bit of y'all's history before I start telling y'all stories.
Oh, I don't know nothing. Tell me.
Yeah, I was like, upon hearing Clayton say that, I'm just gonna be like having that nervous, going like,
Start glancing between Agatha and Mariana and Agatha and
Mariana,
Mariana.
how much?
because he remembers when he was drunk and saying that, so he's like, okay, I'm not dead yet, so Mario doesn't know. Let's hope it stays that way.
Oh,
I
I'm
do
new
apologize.
crew.
What's your name?
Agatha Kelly.
Agatha
Like that right there. Is there a Kelly whiskey?
Oh yeah, there's a bottle of Kelly.
Yeah, like
There's probably
that-
several flavors of it, realistically.
Yeah,
Oh, like the Kellys.
yeah.
We like what y'all make back home. My name's Clayton McCoy. Yeah, fantastic to meet
McCoy?
you. And he puts his hand out for you and gives you a solid handshake. Doesn't get aggressive with it unless you do. Like, because already I can tell you, how does Agatha dress? And typically, does she typically dress like what she is?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's already sized up, and he gives you a firm handshake, but isn't going to be aggressive about it. He doesn't know you. He ain't going to
Okay.
test you. He's not that kind of person. But he gives you a solid handshake,
All right.
and if you test him, he would, of course, play back, kind of thing. Yeah.
Nah. I want no beef. It's all good. I mean, I match, but that's it. I don't
Perfect.
push.
Perfect.
By the way, also an 8 in physical. Because no, don't make me do it, y'all. I don't want to.
I have an 8 in physical.
I have a 10.
Okay.
That's
I
the
knew
word of the farm
somebody
boy.
else had an 8.
Yeah, no,
Kelly.
I went with the jack of all trades character
Yeah.
because I knew
across
as
the board.
captain.
I think-
I knew as captain I would probably need it.
Yeah, I think the only one that doesn't have an 8 in physical is probably Az. They probably either went. I'm assuming they probably went a 6 there.
I have an 8 in all 3.
Yeah, as probably would have gone more in mental.
I don't actually have anyone's characters up. Which
I
maybe if you made character changes to character, I need to scan.
I didn't send that to you. I apologize. I need to give you an updated version of my sheet.
I wrote in pencil, but I doubt you could read it because
Gotcha. No, we'll take care of it later. All right, so
But gives you a solid little handshake.
yeah.
Clayton McCoy. Lovely to meet you. But Miss Mariana, am I clear to divulge how we met? I guess you could say.
If you're gonna divulge, I need something stronger than this.
I won't go into too much detail.
Boss, you want what's in the you know.
Sure.
Here you go.
You know how they met, correct?
pull out like a flask or something.
Mm-hmm.
The bartender instantly goes,
They're with me, Stuart. I do
I don't
apologize.
care if they're with my mother.
I
Do
I
not bring
understand.
someone else's liquor into my bar,
You have it in your bar.
then you pay for it.
You want me to pay for what I have in my jacket?
I
So
had
I want you to not bring.
I'm just a bodyguard, sir.
Mariana orders another drink.
I go ahead
Look,
and
I was gonna be drinking from
I
your stock
order-
anyway.
I order a drink for everyone effectively, and just kind of. I'm sure I have a tab that is actively running because I'm here a lot, or I stop in here anytime I'm on planet.
Gotcha.
Uh,
Well, he's when you put it on your tab, he's like this.
Yeah, just put whatever they get on mine. It's fine. I met them where they met. If you know that much, that's all you need to know. I was there with them when they met, and I got off planet with them.
That give you enough information?
Night Sorrows is right. I get money every time he restocks.
It's true.
So, but Clayton just said something.
Oh, sorry, what?
You know where they met, correct?
Uh-huh.
Where this group came. I was there when they met, and I decided I need to
Mariana's gonna make a look and then look to Steven.
Well, here's the thing. She's been with you for months. Technically, either Steven or Ian could have told them. Or Ian, sorry. Either Steven or Ian could have told them.
Mariana knows Ian has not as loose lips.
Okay.
I
Well,
was like out of character. Remember, my character's a spy. It's only when he was drunk in this case. That's because they gave him a lot.
I know,
Mr.
but
Mr.
that's
feel
why
like
Mariana would assume it's him.
There's been no
Yeah.
reason to assume that before, though.
I have a few different
Yes.
stories of how y'all met. So it depends on which one of these fine individuals from your ship you want me to go with. But you seem like a good guy.
I do what I can. I do my best.
That's
But
all
we
I
are
understand.
here. This I will be completely honest. It is fantastic to see you, Miss Mariana. It's always good to see you. Real quick, Kel, it is Knight is the last name. Knight.
Yeah,
Knight,
his new surname is Knight.
Knight. Okay. Yeah. And always a pleasure to see you, Mr. Knight. Okay. He has to remember it.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Wink,
know what I
wink,
mean?
nudge.
Know what I mean?
Know what I mean?
Yeah, I would say with the way
Knight.
you hesitated saying that, like I'm just gonna give you like a quick like look in the corner of my eye.
I kind of poke at. I kind of give you a smile. Clayton thinks the surname is kind of dumb. He thinks it's
Well,
kind of a dumb
it's
surname.
Knight like Knight, not Knight as in Knight.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
That's what makes it worse for him.
How'd they make it? Okay, whatever.
Don't question it, man. It's the character. I can't.
That's why I just said whatever. That's why I just said whatever. You're good.
But and always good to see you, Mr. Knight. Lovely to meet you. We are here on business, but I do have to say, from a personal standpoint, it is fantastic to see you two again. He kind of takes another sip of his beer, and you see his eyes get a little bit teary. Clearly, this is a lot for him. He hasn't been personable with people in a while. Even actually, you probably see there are other people in here, correct, Ray?
Yes.
Other people are not near him. That's typically how what his life would be at this point. Like the bartender knows him, bartender likes him fine. Clayton doesn't typically associate with other people unless he's doing a job with them at this point. Or for 5 out of 7 years, that's what it was.
I was gonna say the bartender likes him fine because he always pays. Clayton doesn't.
Yeah,
Trouble.
and I don't cause any problems at his bar.
Other bars, on the other hand.
Other bar, you don't shit where you eat, where you sleep. You do it all in 3 separate places.
Hold on. So wait,
True.
is Clayton saying that, or is that you saying it, Corey?
Me.
Okay. I'm about to say, 'cause I had a comment in character, but I'll leave it to myself then.
Okay. But we can. I do have a room here if you'd like to go discuss what we're here to discuss. No offense to you, Stuart, but work is work.
Kind of
And
looks at you and he says, "Offense to me. Outside whiskey. Oh, I'm already pissed."
I look up, find the most expensive bottle of Kelly whiskey. Give me that. I'll take that, Stuart. Whole bottle.
Yeah, looks at you and he nods.
Whole bottle.
Put it
And,
on your tab.
How much is it?
it's a whiskey, one of the higher end
Yeah.
bottles. So
Yeah.
like it's like
$50 for the full bottle. That's not terribly bad. Put it on my tab when I
it
bought.
is no matter what, it is still a border planet made product.
Yeah, yeah.
There is that
Look,
whole. It's in.
give me the. I say, Stuart, give me the bottle and charge me for 2, and we'll call that.
Always.
Yep. And let's go. And we'll take a little bit of the family business with us. And goes ahead and heads to his room. Clayton always chooses a room that has the quickest exit from more than one position. So it is the top floor, but it is very far in. There is there would always be at least a window in the hallway and an exit from his room directly onto the street or an alley. That is the only place he will stay. So it is far and away from everyone. So prying ears shouldn't be a problem unless someone's really trying. And then what are you going to do anyway?
Yep. And basically, it would take pretty much some means of electronic monitoring for you to be like bugs or other devices.
Yeah.
No one sitting in the room next to you is going to be really.
Yeah. We had a stretch call.
Oh, stretch call? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, Night Sorrows did it.
Thank you for that, Night Sorrow.
Oh,
Actually,
yeah, I need-
that felt really good.
I'm pretty sure if I go to stand up after this, I'm probably going to either fall over because my back will pop enough times, or I'm just going to have to crumple because my back probably won't get straight.
But
It's your back.
I got too many bills to pay.
I got too many bills.
Yeah,
I got kids to feed.
as soon as everyone's
I mean,
in
technically, they're kittens, so that counts.
as soon as everyone's in the room, you see the standard locks that you'd see on an indoor. Little, like a standard hotel door. It has a little slide latch, has all that. But you also see Clayton pull out a couple of extra, like, those little things you can put into a door to act as an additional lock.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you see him pull out about 4 of those out of pockets, out of like a little bag,
and just like hooking them up and jimmying them in.
Yep, getting him in there. The moment everyone is in, he turns and you immediately hear.
He's not paranoid at all. He's perfectly fine.
Yo, Ray.
Oh,
Agatha pulls this out of her pocket, puts
gotcha.
them on, looks around.
Clayton, are any of those devices you're putting on the devices?
They are not. Every one of them is simply. There is one that would be at least an alarm, a high-pitched ringing alarm that would wake you up. If it was to go off, it would wake you up. But there's nothing explosive.
Multiple. Or intrude.
Keep people out and to let me know if they come in.
Facial scans. Is he on any records? Or on any wanted posters?
Gotta say, the way my face looks now, I don't know if it would match.
Here's the thing.
I mean, to roll
If he wanted,
Mm-hmm.
and you're gonna run this on the network,
Yep.
Yeah.
it'll let law enforcement know that what you can do, you can record his, and you can run it off net later. If you run a process, it's basically like saying,
No, I'm not gonna run it. I'm gonna do the thing. Sorry. Shut up. Dog issues. I'm gonna do the thing you were saying because I don't want to flag him.
All right.
Snitches get stitches. I'm not one of those.
Snitches get shot in the head in this line of work. But I said that would have been a really short-lived character, and I apologize.
Or in my character's case, you get shot in the shoulder.
No.
And then torn open.
All right, so you get everything you At this
And yeah, tiny. It does mechanics and yeah.
you can do a check through less
Mhm.
legitimate and get the same information. It has to be done more manually.
Yeah.
And plus, want to go through trusted sources who, if he has a bounty on that, aren't.
Yeah. Oh no, I go through the family. I don't worry about that stuff. But yeah, I just look around with the glasses. I don't know if he noticed me doing it. I wouldn't be surprised with his paranoid ass.
Does put on a pair of sunglasses.
And I looked at him immediately. Can I tell what they are? I've been around. Being in the Alliance military, I'm sure I've seen something like it, right?
Go ahead and do. I know what the glasses should. I'm going to roll for the glasses, and
Okay.
you're going to roll. Make me a
So-
dice pool.
It's a D8.
Okay.
I know what the dice.
So let's say mental. Gonna do mental. Gonna do notice, which is a D6.
Just glad I found my sunglasses.
Gonna do my veteran unification war, which is an additional D8. And let's see if I can be fancy with this in any way. I can only use one distinction at a time, huh?
Hits.
I can use more than one for a pull? Oh, cool.
You just
Then,
don't get to keep the dice unless you spend the extra plot point.
Well, of course, but give myself a better chance. Okay, then on the run is going to go in there too.
Good one.
That one's going to come up a lot here soon. I have a feeling. Let me see if any of my triggers are hit with this. No, I'm not being pursued. I'm not anything like that. Okay, yeah. Okay. Let's call that good. What am I trying to hit here?
The TN is. I'll spend it. It's a 13.
13. Well, that is a 7 and an 8. That's a 15. I don't need any more.
You didn't have to raise the stakes. So you basically know that those glasses are, they are smart glasses. They can look in different color light spectrum. They can take video, audio. They can run things instant. She probably knows what everything on you just counted on the door does. And if there's anything happening about any type of electric surveillance, she can probably see most of the low grade stuff.
Well, I don't have any.
No, I mean,
Actually,
like if the hotel put bugs in the room to eavesdrop on the guests,
yeah.
she would be able to see the EM.
Oh, this one probably does.
Did I?
And I'm aware of it.
Huh?
I would say this one probably does, and I would be aware of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sense. Yeah.
Yeah. And I turn and look at you. Like as I finished doing the lock thing, I see you put the glasses on, and as you're doing that quick little scan through the room, when you go to look at me to start doing a recording of my face, because I figure you look at everything else first, you're gonna see we do have this place isn't, they don't get an exterminator out here very often. It can be a problem, but you just gotta watch where you step. And I'm trying to. Clayton would know what to say right now, but I'm not Clayton. I'm trying to think of how to phrase it, knowing that there are definitely at least listening devices in here.
Are there?
And, yes, there definitely. Yeah, there are. Clayton chooses these kind of places for a reason. It's on the edge enough that the only person that would ever hear what's on here is someone that the owner chose to give it to. He's not monitoring for criminals. He's monitoring for his own safety and maybe to sell out somebody if they're big enough. But he definitely knows who I am. He definitely knows what I do. He doesn't care because I don't bring problems. That kind of the vibe, more or less, Ray.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, he definitely. This place definitely harbors criminals.
This is basically going to be kind of your point of contact.
Yeah, but I was like, this place more or less harbors criminals, and anything recorded in here is for his own protection in a terrible situation. He's not going to turn anyone in for free. Basically, it's not how he functions. He's listening, but he's listening not for the Alliance or anyone else but himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, like you said, it's both self-protection.
Yeah.
If he ever gets a big payday.
Yeah, if he ever really needs to if he needs to go far, if he needs something bad enough to cross one of his own people, he has the ability to.
Yeah, no, I got it. All right.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So
Clayton's. You know that there is a listening device that is like in the vent. It's low grade device. It's patched in. Local recording device. Could probably put out a white noise generator from the glasses.
And I am.
Yeah.
It's part of my job as a bodyguard. Sorry,
it's not
my
even,
boss here.
No, I was gonna say it's not even anything that's audible. It's just gonna be a background white noise generator. It's gonna make the bug not be able to pick anything up.
Yeah, low frequency sound.
Yeah. Because it's not like I said, it's not a high quality listening device either.
Yeah, no, it's the equivalent of someone putting one of those like Walmart motion activated webcams in a vent in an Airbnb.
It was basically ordered off of Amazon.
Yeah. Remember those spy ear devices that existed in the 90s? It's one of those.
Oh god.
I remember those fucking things because we owned one.
I owned several.
I had that stuff too.
Yeah.
I remember the fucking gloves with the goddamn LEDs on it.
Oh yeah. After I turn on the white noise, I'm gonna say, "We're clear, boss." Sorry, man.
Radio Shack.
Don't bother me any. He knows that I know he listens, and I was just trying to be inconspicuous with my chosen words until you took care of it. I know what those are. They're very nice, by the way. They're pretty high quality.
Yeah, they're actually from the way she's dressed, one of the most.
They're high quality. I'll be open with you. My name is, in fact, Clayton McCoy. That's how everyone here knows me. I'm former Alliance, went AWOL. That's my story. That's as much as anyone here, really, much as it matters. I do appreciate that technology. It's quite helpful. There are some listening devices in here. I would recommend. My bags are not in this hotel. They're in a hotel across town. I have my necessities here. I would recommend not looking directly at the bags with those. Nothing currently in there, but it'll flag some shit, and it's going to probably be kind of bright. Just as a heads up.
Good to know. I really appreciate the heads up. Sorry for the looking around. I didn't record you or anything. It's just
I figured you didn't, because if you did, this wouldn't be the face you had. You would be looking at me a little bit different. Pretty sure.
It would.
Yeah. You would. Yeah. Let's just do it. Feel free. You can look me up if you want. That is up to you. Just do it in a way that's not going to get the Alliance on my ass immediately. You won't have a problem. And you seem well enough and smart enough not to do that. But to the business at hand, the reason we're here, Mariana, Stephen, we have an opportunity to let the people know what happened at Trinity Valley. We have a job, and long story short, The Alliance keeps tabs of everything, as we all know. And the orders that were given that put us through the absolute worst hells we've ever experienced are on record. And the person who gave those orders may be brought to trial. The problem is, the Alliance will cover that up as best they can. No one will ever know what happened. He might get a slap on the wrist. Hell, they might put him under. The independents don't care, and neither do I. This needs to be put out there. People need to know what the Alliance did, and we have a chance to get proof, and a chance to get our hands on technology that will allow us to get proof of other things they've done. Now, as far as I'm aware, this isn't going to be the riskiest job in the world. It's not going to be easy either. But in a little bit, little info I have, and I pull out, I'm assuming more or less a flash drive is what I'm going to have that would have for everything.
Yep.
Miss Mariana, and I toss you a flash drive. On that is all the information on the man who gave those orders. Now I have plans to try and supersede the Alliance's intent of putting him away or putting him in the ground, and doing it myself. Now, they've chosen y'all because we were there, and I know it's important to us that this happens. I don't think he'll be anywhere near this information, but that file will give us information on where he would be and when. We can do with that as we will. There are people heavily affected by that order. And I think we'd be doing the verse a favor if we put that man in the fucking ground.
I agree.
You ain't hearing any complaints from me.
I think getting this information into the hands of the independents would be good for everyone.
It's certainly a start. It's not going to bring anyone back, but I want to see that the life leave that man's eyes.
Well,
I want to be the one to pull it.
Well, I guess I can. The easiest way to do it is going to be from a long way away, and I guess I can teach you how to. Remember that Reaver ship? I think we can make that happen again if we try real hard.
I'm all right with that.
You actually see Clayton very serious throughout the conversation. Little bit of like laughter. Like
Mariana's eyes have gone dark at this point.
Oh yeah.
Like, this motherfucker.
The memory of the Reaver ship, that little moment, is a little bit of levity, because that was insanity. That none of that should have fucking worked, but it worked out for everybody, and there was a little bit of levity in that for him.
Yeah, when you mentioned the Reaver ship, I was like, I'd rather, amazing as as it was, I'd rather forget the Reavers. And real quick, Ray, just double check. The 7-year point, that's after Serenity, right?
Yes.
All right. So yeah, rather forget the Reavers. Oh, what are you gonna say, Corey?
Hold on. Was it's 6 years after is the start of Firefly, and then it's a year and a half later is when Serenity takes place. So everyone knows about the Reavers now.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to mention. I just want to make sure before I did that, in case I had a wreck on that part.
Everyone saw the video, the live video, or a copy thereof. The Alliance has done everything they can to cover it up. They also launched an expedition to Miranda, and that expedition wasn't like an exploratory. It was a military expedition, and they basically carpet bombed the entire planet.
Yeah, they glassed it.
Yeah, then they're actually re-terraforming Miranda.
So that would mean we are currently in a, given recent events, I believe the verse is ripe for receiving more information of the bullshit and the
Basically,
atrocity.
by re-terraforming it, they kind of got rid of all the.
Yeah.
Yeah, but people in the verse have
Enough people's eyes are open at this point
that
to
they
a
would be
degree. To a
very-
degree.
they would be very willing to believe.
And the other horrible thing is when they did that, they took away the Reavers' home planet, and now they're scattered across the world.
Yeah.
So the attacks have probably gotten worse.
Well,
Yeah.
technically they went down a little bit because a lot of Reavers died.
Yeah. Outside of the court, or
Yeah.
what was it? What was that guy's planet? Mr. Universe's place.
Yep. So a lot of Reavers died, but at the same time, they want to say they'll make more.
Yeah. Yeah, but so as I was saying there, then yeah, like I'd rather forget about the Reavers, especially after some of the more recent news about them.
That's fair.
It was stuff like this with back in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nope, and we lost Lisa again. No, I know.
So, at best, it's done if you guys pose.
At best, getting this done will give us the ability to expose these crimes.
Yep.
And at worst, you'll definitely get general take.
And at worst, we get to see our general taken down.
Scooby?
Damn it. Lissa wasn't here for this.
Lissa, we need a dog. We're naming it Stooby. Apparently we're the Scooby Gang.
No, we're naming. No, it's gonna be Sparkles 3.0
Oh no.
Sparkles 3.0.
because 2.0 is the mule,
Wait,
3.0 will be the
wait.
dog.
Am I Fred now? Am I Fred? Dude, someone better not be calling me Fred.
Honestly,
You're
no, Clay would not be the Fred.
Getting Shaggy.
Yeah, with how often
Yeah.
how often deep in your character is at this point, psychologically, you'd probably be Shaggy.
Yeah.
If anyone's Fred, it's between Lissa and me.
Oh, do those, as a question, would those glasses pick up anything considered a controlled substance?
No.
No, nothing like that. They're gonna pick up
They're mainly electronic countermeasure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, even Nightstar was saying you're definitely Shaggy.
Yeah.
There's a theory out there that Shaggy's is a Vietnam vet. So,
Yep,
yeah.
maybe. So
Yeah.
it's actually 11 o'clock.
Yep.
So I was
It is.
call it right here and then start back up at the end next time.
But let me take this
So-
one last thing as the last word for it.
Yes, love.
At best, I was gonna just repeat the last thing Ray said again. But at worst, at best, the Alliance, people know what the Alliance have done. At worst, we get to put a bullet in that man's head.
Either way, I'm happy. I'll be happier if I can put a bullet in that man's head myself.
We'll see. We'll see what we can do on that side of it, darling. But sounds like we got a job.
Also, the job does.
Also,
Awesome.
the job does pay.
Yeah,
I mean, Mariana was going to take this one for free, but if they're paying even more reason.
That's just a nice little
You know, I'm gonna say,
that's a cherry
I
on top.
Clayton never even looked at the pay. Clayton's never asked about it. So I'd say at this right about now, Clayton just goes ahead and plugs in the file into a little like hollow, opens it up and clicks on the that aspect of the file box. How much is it paying? We all see 1.5 million credits pop up as he opens the file.
Yeah,
and he just kind of
You see the equivalent of dollar signs in my eyes at this point. It's been so long since I've seen that much dough.
That's
fuck me.
that is
This is going to be
Fine
more
by
than
me.
we thought.
Oh, it's never simple with the Alliance. Well,
Clayton
you know what I mean.
pulls out a fairly crushed pack of cigarettes.
By the way,
Take-
there's an
Mariana like asks for one.
Just
there,
gives
there
you
is
a pack.
there is an account on that for half.
Oh,
Hold on. So, Captain, what's the split of what's the crew split again?
I do
Saying that how the
believe,
character as a joke.
I, do
Clayton
believe I
sees the
just saw
half
their
up
O
front.
faces.
Clayton sees the half up front and goes ahead and just clicks accept. And
So you're gonna be a lot of you're gonna have to have a lot of money for bribes,
mhm.
reconnaissance,
Yep.
everything, because this is a job hitting Alliance hell.
Mhm.
Do it.
we'll see
People
how
are-
much is left after necessaries.
Clayton lights a cigarette, clicks accept, roll credits.
So, what you guys threw out some ideas early in, but what do you guys think? Title this one.
I don't give a ram.
I don't.
Yes.
I don't give a ram.
I don't.
Now-
And now, canonically for our game, shuttles are made by a company called Ram. I don't know if there is a Ram canonical in Firefly universe, but I will find out.
There
I
is
mean,
now.
we
It is
got one.
now.
Well, technically there would be because their universe is a subsect of our universe, and Ram trucks do exist. So I figure maybe Dodge just decided to do with the name Dodge and pushed over to Ram as their most
Yeah.
successful product a couple hundred years ago.
Or if not, I mean, I just typed it as an abbreviation just in case, so we can always just come up with a bullshit company name that has those 3 letters. No, but also, Knights are Velma. That'd be Nate as a character. They'd be the Velma of the party.
Possibly.
Who's Mariana?
Well, again, it's probably a type on me and you probably being the Fred of the group. I think.
Oh,
No.
No.
Oh, dang.
Mariana's Fred.
What that makes me?
Steven
Yeah.
is definitely Daphne.
I don't
Yeah.
even get captured. I don't even
Steven
get
is
captured.
Scooby.
Huh?
Steven is Scooby.
Dude, it's
Steven is
Okay,
Scooby.
that makes sense.
Scooby.
Oh no, I agree.
Ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh.
You're the Scooby to my Shaggy. We just had our you son of a bitch moment. This is what this is.
Oh, maybe we should call the episode Ruh-roh now. No, we'll save that for the future.
I am
Yeah,
not
but-
Daphne. Kiss my ass.
Well, no, Night Sorrows. Jess can be Daphne from the live action movie where they actually kicked ass.
I'm
Yes.
cool with that.
To be fair, I don't
Yeah.
know if y'all
Rock
are
on.
on Scooby Doo TikTok because apparently I am because
I periodically get there.
Yeah,
I periodically come across it.
I come across really niche TikTok groups. Okay, that's just where I live. But if you don't know
Right
that,
now I'm on Burb Talk.
But I say let's not
Verb?
Burb.
verb.
Burb.
Burb.
Ready.
Oh, okay. Burb. Gotcha. Melena's up. We will talk in private about the ever present the exploration.
Oh no, with the
of
side of TikTok that we're probably all on, we probably definitely don't want to do that on stream.
Yeah.
I'm not traumatized at all. I am the
All-
most
All I'm
normal,
gonna say,
calm,
all
laid
I'm
back
gonna
person
say
here.
is remember I have a D10 in sneak.
I do not.
So you can find me here on Twitch and on TikTok as Celtic Wyvern King. It's Celtic with a K. You can also, and besides being here on Dinner and Game every other Friday, for the next few weeks still, I'm guest starring on 88 Adventures with Gods of Arleia. We just had a 10-year time skip there, and the world is pretty much in ruin, and now we gotta figure out how the hell to get it back together.
D8 and Snake. Sorry, it took me a minute. Yeah, my character sheet was over there.
But
I had to move the table for the he who barks too much.
But and when it comes to Twitch, only 4 followers away from 50, and then I see the average of 3 viewers. We are slowly climbing. Oh yeah,
For real.
especially the views. The views is the hardest part. The followers, that's not too bad. It's just getting those average views.
Oh, you puppy.
Hi, you can find me as Geek Girl Lissa everywhere with buttons, primarily TikTok, Twitch, and Twitter. But I do have all the places. On Mondays, you can find me on twitch.tv/nerdworksmedia for Bros and Dragons, which is also on Spotify. It is a podcast. Tuesdays, you can find me in the afternoons at 1 p.m. Eastern over on the Dead Bard Society's channel. I don't know what I am playing this next week because we just lost one of our players to IRL things, and because said player was playing my character's fiance, we gave them a happy ending. So I retired my character that I've been playing for a year and a half in that campaign this past week.
That's a milestone. That's awesome.
I want to see.
Well, we know that. Look what you did. Look what you did to Alyssa in the first 3 episodes.
Oh yeah.
And dig up old trauma.
It's true. Then Tuesday nights. Thank you. Tuesday nights, you can find me over on Tannis Jr. 93's channel, playing in a Curse of Strahd game. I just recently had my barbarian die in that game, so now I'm playing a rogue.
Oof.
I brought back Sanyaza from Stormcrest since that campaign died on me.
What the hell? Sorry. Yeah.
Wednesdays, you can find me over on Beggar Street, playing in a Masks: A New Generation game at 9 p.m. And then every other day, you can usually find me over on my Twitch channel, or Saturdays, I am usually behind the scenes producing a stream over on the Ares Studios YouTube channel called Starfleet Tactical.
Wait, I was saying, Liquid just went right for your. I was like, Liquid just went right for your throat there, Alyssa. If you want trauma, I'll just be near you.
Yes. Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
That's my life.
My wife just finished making this for me. Thank you. I say making. We bought the mask, but she upgraded it a lot. It was a lot less shiny and iridescent. It didn't look quite as like actual crow feathers when we got it. And she made the beak better, and so yeah, she just brought in the upgraded version of what we bought the other day to me.
That is shit, man.
That is awesome.
I got a puppy.
To be fair, I said that before Alyssa said yet another character died. Ira's actually my first character to die.
This is a puppy.
Ira is actually my first character to die, Liquid. I've never had a character die in any TTRPG until that Curse of Strahd game.
Why did you do that?
I'm gonna say right now,
hurt
look,
you.
I'm gonna tell every member of the audience, every player, and I'm gonna tell Ray, the only good way for Clayton's story to end is for him to die. That is the only way that, and I don't mean to be that person, but he's the type of person that the only way this story ends on a positive note for him is for him to die doing something noble. That's it.
You know that's making me think of?
Yeah, that's exactly that.
I was actually thinking more Young Guns.
That is built to be that. That is what I wrote him for.
I was actually thinking more Young Guns 2 with Doc when he died. You know, Donald Sutherland's character, or was that Keith Sutherland's character?
It's either Kiefer Sutherland's character or it's either character from wow.
What's it about?
Sundance Kid.
Ah,
I can't remember the first. Butch Cassidy. Yeah, Butch Cassidy, Sundance Kid, or Way of the Gun. It's that direction. They're not good people.
Oh wait, I take that back. I've had one other character die, but it was for a one shot, and I had a choice: get eaten by a great old one in Call of Cthulhu, or take my chance with a cliff, because
You take the chance.
I took my chance with the cliff. I lost the battle with the cliff, but at least I died on my terms, and I didn't have my face like acidic oozed off.
Yeah.
But no, Ray, you've seen Way of the Gun, Butch Cassidy, Sundance Kid. Those kind of endings are the only thing that exists for a person like Clayton.
Actually, I saw another one. Starship Troopers, when they're in the tunnel with Watkins. Give me the nuke, sir. And he's just sitting there killing all the arachnids while waiting for the bomb to go off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Juliette Lewis's character is not a bad person. She's not a good person, but she's not a bad person. She is a mediocre person in a very bad situation.
Yeah,
Trying to do it by herself. And knowing she could not raise that baby. Knowing that we can. You're talking about one of my favorite movies. It's great. It's great. If you want to watch a really solid action film from the era of Quentin Tarantino's heyday that is not written or directed by Quentin Tarantino, but definitely has similar vibes with phenomenal gunplay in it. I recommend the movie to everyone every time we have an episode now. That's happening. I can't hear you, Ray. Now I can hear you. Is that going to fly? Am I allowed to do that? Am I allowed to recommend a Oh, okay, awesome. I am a movie guy. This time Way of the Gun. I'm recommending Way of the Gun. Yep, this time recommending it. Yeah. Oh God. Yeah, it's so violent. I apologize. It's very violent. I don't know that there's actual harm to children. There is no essay. There's no essay. That is one thing that I can say was not in there, but there is harm to children. There is harm to everyone. It is a crime. It is an action crime movie from the early 2000s in the vein of Quentin Tarantino. Foul language throughout. And trigger warning: Sarah Silverman actually does get her nose broken in the movie for real. Wasn't on purpose. Was not on purpose, but it happened. And a great opening to a movie. I can hear you, Vine. Oh.
This mic makes me sad.
But I think we're on me as to where you can find me. Was what was about to happen?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm Corey, the hipster GM. Almost said the hipster Viking. The hipster GM. You can find me on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram under that name. My Twitter is pretty inactive. What you might see me post is reposting possums, because I follow a page called Possums Every Hour, and I repost them pretty often. I love them. I love that damn page.
I need you to send me this page, Corey.
Are you following me on Twitter, Lissa? If you're following me on Twitter, I'm following you.
Pretty sure I am.
On the rare occasion that I put something on Twitter, I will also repost Possums Every Hour, and I'll repost a couple of the nights so y'all can find them. You'll also see me reposting some of my friends.
I was not. I'm sorry, Corey. I thought I was.
Oh.
Was I following you? I might not be.
No.
I might not be.
No, you were not.
We are the worst friends. You are
the worst digital friends ever.
Yes, I am trying to do more on Instagram. I am trying to do more on there. So if you follow me on there, I know a lot of people don't, but if you do, I'm doing more on there now.
I follow you on there.
Not many people follow me.
I am a good digital friend.
You are a good digital. Thank you, Ray, for being a good digital friend. I know Alyssa's following me on Instagram.
I am not a good digital friend, like, at all.
Well, pardon my language, but fuck you, Jess. God.
I still have this history.
Twitter,
You can't change
Instagram,
that.
TikTok primarily. If you're interested in horror movies, watch my TikTok. Here in the next couple of days, so I'm going to start doing some recommendations of horror films based out of this crazy movie thing I chose to do. Because I've actually watched a lot that I'd never seen that I would massively recommend to people, and ones that people talk about that I would not recommend people watch. Oh, I'm going to do one more movie recommendation. This is a very niche movie recommendation. If you can handle, effectively, get out of here. Just overall trigger warnings, everything that could apply. Just take that and go with it. Movie called Funny Games. Both the 1997 Austrian version and the 2007 US version. I recommend them highly if you are a horror fan who likes existential horror.
If you
There we
like,
go.
if you like more traditional horror, but more, again with tons of trigger warnings for lots of stuff, Let the Right One In is coming to TV as a series.
It is, and I am looking forward to that.
Yeah, that
And if you like,
that was a,
if you like,
Ooh.
if you like American remakes that are honestly, in my opinion, on par with the original, go watch the American remake of Let the Right One In called Let Me In with Chloe Moretz.
Yep.
It's honestly a great movie.
Creepy.
The American remake is on par with the original. People hated on it for no good reason. I recommend it highly. Go watch it. It's unnerving and beautiful and heartbreaking.
Was the original one Dutch or
Romanian.
Romanian? Yeah.
Romanian. Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, that is a wonderful film. But we're getting crazy.
And watch out.
Off top.
Watch for a TikTok video where I actually talk about that exact subject of American remakes of foreign horror films here in the next couple of days. I'm working on it now. It's a longer video. One of my first more than 3-minute videos I'll ever do.
Dun, dun, dun.
I like film a lot.
He does. He loves film, ladies and gentlemen. If you couldn't tell, he gets kind of passionate. So
It's what I went to school.
Never would have guessed.
So we are also, you can find Jessica and myself here on Dinner and a Game. Jessica is actually our social media manager. She handles our Facebook page.
Oddly enough.
She's the reason that we have almost 15K followers on Facebook now. Always remember that at Dinner Game, we always save you a seat at the table. If you want to find any of our social media links to join that table, you can find them in our link tree in chat. You can also find everyone else's links in chat. Remember, the biggest thing you can do for any creator is to give them a follow on any of their social medias. It's the biggest boost of serotonin to know that we touched someone enough to actually have them come find us and follow us. Also, for material components, we're getting ready to add that to our link tree. And like I said, we're going to go live with a soft opening on Wednesday. And you guys will be able to see that, and you'll be able to see everything we're going to be putting out. I am still building out sets for order, and I'm going to do a custom order page where you guys can just order parts as you need them. So you can order individual tiles, etc., etc. So all that's being worked on right now. It's going to be a big night on Wednesday, and we hope you all join us every single time you can. And we're going to go take all this fun and love, and we are going to go raid the hell out of somebody. So let's see who's up. Devil's Luck Gaming is up. Who else is up? Oh, there we go. Rosie Quartz is up.
Woohoo!
Gamehole Con is up? I thought Gamehole Con's already over.
Apparently not.
It might be a replay.
It's the Halloween spectacular for Gamehole Con.
Oh, okay.
So let's go ahead. Anyone have any recommendations for anybody?
Let me see.
Give me a second.
Checky.
Where'd my mouse go? There it is.
You lost your mouse?
No, I lost the cursor.
All the people I followed, I would recommend are online right
DM
now.
Denial is on.
I don't know. I do not know the DM denial.
As is Rep RPG.
Rep RPG?
Yep.
All of my people are off for the night.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, it's Friday and it's late, so Let's see.
One of my friends was streaming earlier, but they're in Australia, so it was probably getting late for them by the time they got off.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're what, 18, 17, 16 hours?
Something like that, give or take.
All right, Rep RPG seems to be up, so let's go ahead and give them a raid. So, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do is we're going to take you guys, we're going to jump into their channel. Please, if you can, give them a follow, just like we were talking about. Follows are the greatest thing we can ever receive, and we are rating a channel that has 4 people viewing it. So if you can, give them a follow, let them know you appreciate them making content for you, and please come back and join us again tomorrow morning. We have our Monster Hearts 2 Chronicle run by Star Shard Stories, and then we will be back on Monday with Crystal Lost, our Changeling the Lost Chronicle, also run by Star Shard Stories in the evening. So we thank you very much for joining us. We hope you have a great night. And remember, stay safe, social distance, wear a mask where you can. It is always going to be a thing, so please do your best, and we will see you guys in a few hours for Monster Hearts 2. M makes me get up really early. Good night, guys. Take it easy.
I mean, you chose it.
All right, there we go.
Did my sound?
Yes, it did.
Yes. Fantastic.
Actually,